Sorry, I just spent the last 5 minutes listening to everyone, and it was just like, what do I do now? It was fun. It was fun. So first of all, good night, everyone. Good night, X. Good night, Next. Okay, Next and X is gonna be weird.
Oh my god.
Good night,
Oh,
X.
that
Good night, X. Good night, Hep and Glada. We have a whole
yo.
team here. Hey yo, how are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, you know.
I
Dude,
can't wait to
I'm
friend
fantastic.
people.
Living the dream, huh? Living the dream.
No, we're living the dream. We're living the dream.
What color should I do? That's a question.
Um,
Ooh, that is a good question.
what color have you not done so far?
There's a lot I haven't done. There's like 12 options or so.
Let me.
You gotta do purple.
You're
Purple?
quiet,
Dude,
huh?
somewhere pink. Mm, okay, I think this is purple.
All right, sweet. So first
Pretty
of
purple.
all,
This shit's so dark. Wait, I need to turn on
oh,
my light.
oh,
There we go.
oh, nice. I like this one, the purple. It's kind of hot. Not gonna lie.
Another day getting flirted with by Cam.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. Okay, so for tonight, we're just gonna go over the first round of playoffs, right? So our four series, best of fives. We're gonna go over as it shows on the playoff sheet. So Eden's versus Off the Zap first, Cape Dogs versus Team Ambition, Dorado Gaming versus TSA, and the last is gonna be the most spicy one, Conduit Esports Coalitions versus Syndicate. So we're saving the best for last. So before I bring the games on, I just wanna share two things real quick with everyone. Since we got how many faces we got today here so far? So we have
5?
7 people right now. So that's great. That's great. Chat is already going crazy with Hadj and the guys. Onisan is also going crazy with Hab. Um, so the first thing is whenever you're ready, X, just let me know. We want to share you guys what we're gonna plan to give to the best player of the split. Um, we have like an initial design, so let me see if I can bring it up real quick to share for everyone. And this is gonna be like a physical thing that we're trying to do. Oops, oops. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring it up to the stream. Actually, let me make a browser. It's gonna be a lot easier. So I'm just gonna make a quick thing browser. Okay. So let me know if you guys can see on the stream. So this
Yeah.
is a little bit of the initial design of what we're planning on sending to the bass player. We are also like it's not gonna be just like a portrait, but we're using Kiora as an example. But this is still like we're still gonna use the what's called the playoffs to end all the games to account for everything, but it's gonna be something like this. So it's gonna look like something like this, and it's more like a token of appreciation for the best player, and try to make something more memorable. Let's put it this way. Um, so and the next thing is real quick also. Um, so technically we have a couple more weeks before the end of the split, right? 3 more weeks if I'm not mistaken. Um, and we're gonna replan a little bit for the next season of the podcast. If anyone is interested in joining the content team for ET, just send us a message on Discord. I'll give you the details of what you're looking to do and everything else. Um, and we are trying to give some sort of compensation. So if you guys are interested in that, we can discuss further. But I definitely wanted to let everybody know. So with that said, those are the two things. Oh, and actually the most important thing, by Sunday, I'm gonna try to release a new video where I'm gonna be talking about the top 8 teams of Titans. So I know there was a lot of discussions on that mid-tier list, which is great. You know, guys, you don't have to agree with me, but talking about it is actually great. So I want to do something for the teams as well. So very excited. I got my script up, and I hope you can release this before the actual matches. So hype. So I talked a lot. Do you guys want to share any thoughts, anything before we start with the actual show?
So we're looking to send a physical plaque to the MVP from the ET Awards, and that's what I've come up with so far. I have some tweaking to do, but it's the general format.
Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up the first game, Eden's versus Oftaza. So let's hop on for the other one. So left left side here we got the draft, and on the screen we got the actual video. Check it out on the actual Twitch channel because it's on the loop.
So I didn't actually like watch the series. What happened? Didn't Aftazal like 3-0 them?
Yeah, man, it
Yeah,
was quite a stomp to
I
be
didn't.
honest.
I didn't think they would lose 3-0.
I mean, I didn't think they would
lose.
lose.
Yeah.
But hear me out. Hear me out. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the actual names there because oops, actually I
I mean,
fucked
we
up
have
my
some of their
screen.
names.
Sorry, I fucked up the screen. So they didn't have Technics and they didn't have Major on the lineup.
That explains a lot.
They put Killbot in mid and they brought in a sub jungle for them. So, and I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
remember, they did this on week 3 and they got 2-0'd. I think was against CDU.
It was against us.
Just
Oh, you know, it
missing
was
more
against you guys.
It was against Coalition,
Oh,
yeah.
Coalition. My bad. I'm sorry.
missing more than two of your missing more than one player for playoffs is just kind of a death sentence. So I'm not too surprised.
I think that like Technics must have some kind of shot calling role in this team.
Yeah, they
I
kind of
know
look aimless.
Juice is a pretty quiet guy. And they seemed pretty lost like against us as well. No flaming. They were down 2 of their guys, right? But yeah, I honestly don't know much about Technics though, so I can't really say much.
Yeah, I do see him as a really strong player from everything that he showed in Titan so far. So not having him there, it's quite a big impact. But again, they got 3-0'd. I think Ofdaza did an amazing job, and they're looking strong now. So they're looking pretty tight. Firefight, Kobe, Kohi, I think he stepped up immensely. Their bot lane has always been strong. So that's my take on my view on Ofdaza right now.
Who are they facing next week?
Us.
Us.
Oh, okay. Y'all winning or nah?
So
Clean
yeah,
sweep
I-
3-0
I'm
or
not worried.
you leaking drafts or what? Come on now. Yeah, what are the strategies
Nah,
next week?
dude,
I
I
need
haven't
them.
started my drafting process. I have nothing to leak.
I am really glad to actually see Triforce Wukong. I think that is a really good pickup here when you're not against any tanks. I think that is a really smart buy. Love seeing that.
So
I was playing Triforce
we-
Wukong against Going Ghost. Felt really good.
So I'll give you this, Hap. I'll give you this. We played them last split on the last week, and it was a 2-1.
Just, you know,
We won 2-1. So I'll keep it at that.
Was it a convincing 2-1 or was it like a close 2-1 though?
dude, it's been too long.
I don't remember,
but
to be honest. To be fair. Let me change
Okay.
here the draft because I
it's
changed.
just it looks like options like goes in there and they don't have the response almost every time.
And looks like Avdazal lost the 3 bans too. The first 3 bans, I don't know why, but they didn't ban anything on the actual game.
I think they were losing him because of E-subs, right?
Did they have Isa?
Yeah.
No, but
don't
Avdazal is the one that
know.
won 3-0. So I don't know why they lost
Dude, it's a
on,
disrespect. You leave 3 of your bands missing, so they don't know what you're
Wow.
doing.
That's actually crazy that the 3-0 without bans. That's
That's strong.
pretty crazy. As I mean, Jesus Juice especially is like, I mean, like there's a few champions you can't really give him. So if you're just letting him have his pick of the litter, that's pretty crazy.
Man, this is Sona Flash Engage. I've never been a fan of it, and I still am not a fan of it.
Dude, I felt like Kobe was like kind of shy this season because I haven't seen him doing much on the regular season, but I think he stepped me up pretty nicely this on this series. Like he just got the quadra kill here with Darius, so looking quite nice to be honest.
Darius is up 60 CS at 20 minutes.
That's crazy. That is
Dude,
crazy.
They just don't have anybody to threaten this ASOL.
yeah, but it's a front to back team
Echo is weak.
against the ASOL who wants a front to back.
Both games, they've just had really strong team fight comps. Like massive AoE.
So
You almost need like your Mundo to be like giga far ahead so that he can just soak up everything. But against a 7-0 Darius, that is just not something that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, you can stalemate the matchup relatively well into Darius, and then if you get to mid game near only down like a kill, maybe 20 CS, you can just live through his initial burst and out heal his damage for team fights. But once Darius gets a lead, it's kind of just dunzo in the 1v1 and in team fights.
dude, these were 2 Giga Stomps.
Yeah, that's
17-4.
crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah, 25-minute games is a little tough, especially when Edens was supposed to come into this being like really good.
So since we got a bot duo here, what are your guys' take on Afgaz's bot lane and also Eden's? I know this is not the Q bot Satlander bot, but what you guys thought? Like, what were your thoughts on Eden's and Afgaz's bot lane coming to
is
this
coin
game?
flip.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really play against them. And did we play against Optazah? I think we might have actually in the first rotation.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Nax was not there though, so he wouldn't know. Hold on, I'm checking
Yeah.
right now.
Unfortunately, I joined late.
No, we faced PF Chang's first rotation, so we actually didn't play either of these bot lanes. I thought that Killbot looked really good in like stats, but I never watched him play. He had really low CS numbers, so we kind of just relied on stomping, I think. But I have like no opinions on either bot lane, to be honest.
This is such a
Gotcha,
sad
gotcha.
play.
So Kiora is saying photography Raptor is normally good, but he doesn't know about the other guys. I remember
Yeah,
seeing
that's
him before.
But like when I think about Edens, I definitely think of like Technics, because Technics was supposed to be very good, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
assuming that's probably why they lost.
I think Ian's has a lot of strong numbers. Unfortunately, it seems like the people who lead the team and some of their strongest members just aren't here in the series.
Yeah, like Technics, and also I feel like they're kind of off like what they're comfortable playing on, because not only are they missing their bot lane, but the mid laner that usually plays for Edens usually plays like supportive characters like Seraphine, right? So they're just playing like a whole different dynamic without that like role.
I think he's also played some Swain games. Swain
You're
is
talking
kind
about
of a
Major?
supportive mid if you do Rylai's.
But I also don't think that Swain is good into this team.
Yeah, this is not the kind of team you want to play Swain into. You want to deal with a lot more DPS and tanks than upfront damage, like one we're calling.
Yeah.
it is really hard to play this. Like top 3, Swain, Amumu, Ornn is a really hard top 3 to play. I think. I just think that like Amumu, right? You want like a high burst magic damage dealer, right? So you can use his passive, and that's just not what Swain does.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't like blinding Amumu. I guess they did it for a flex. And then if they did it for a flex, I don't know how they ended up with defaulting to Senna MF of all things.
Yeah, like how is MF or Senna like the R5 here? That doesn't make sense.
It's a complete waste of R5.
I
Imagine if you
actually,
gave counter to top, or you picked a more impactful support.
yeah, I think leaving support till R5 is kind of crazy, and then you blind pick Ornn into a Gwen player. But I actually completely disagree with the Amumu take. I think Amumu is like, at least on this patch, he was completely be-winnable.
No,
think-
I more so mean you have to flex it to the place that makes sense. And I don't think flexing a jungle with Senna support is the move.
No, I completely agree with that. Yeah, especially when you have MF. Like, isn't Amumu MF just a better bot lane than
It's a
Senna MF?
really good bot lane.
So, yes, it is the MF bot lane.
Yeah. It's like I don't know.
Especially because you early pick a Mumu, you know you're not doing anything into Wukong as a Mumu, so pick a different jungle.
Yeah, like that's what I was thinking about because I don't think Amumu's bad, but I think Amumu's bad into a lot of the picks that are meta right now. So how do they see Wukong jungle and then still send the Amumu into the jungle? Amumu just was gets spit on whole match.
I disagree once again. Actually, I think Amumu is really good into Wukong, but you have to play it well. Like, it's not the engage Amumu that you're used to seeing, because like
So
Wukong does bad into magic damage, right? And that's kind of what Amumu does.
I hear you, but the team that Blue Side has here has prio in most of their lanes, so Amumu shouldn't be able to free farm. He should be getting invaded by Wukong plus someone else, like most of this game.
I can see that. I can see that. Maybe I just haven't gotten punished enough for when I've picked Amumu, but I think this champion is just giga OP. I honestly think like the first two are fine, or the R1, R2 are fine, and then I think it like gets mega griefed by the last three.
Yeah. Oh, Hero MF? Not Hero MF.
I mean, Firefight also put on a very good performance on that
Holy
Neeko.
shit, look at
He
that
did a
MF
lot
ult.
on this game.
God.
MF is so broken this patch. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
I don't
this
play that
champion is
character, and
gross.
I am giga abusing it right now. Just playing it every game and
Nope.
stomping. There's like it just gets infinite priority, and Duskblade isn't even the build, or Yomu's isn't even the build right now. It's Duskblade. Duskblade is so broken on this character. You get like
Well,
1,000 damage and 2
I-
ultis. It's
I
disgusting.
think this happened before the Yomu's nerf.
Oh, was it?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
don't
if
remember.
you build
Yeah.
Yomu's on MF now, like you're griefing. Just build Duskblade, do infinite damage for fun. It's so gross.
I think there's like very few champions that you still go Yomu's on. I think they just completely shifted it from Yomu's to Duskblade in
But like
like
they're
one
not
patch.
interchangeable because like the main characters that abuse Ghostblade are like what? Rengar. Kha'Zix can kind of build Duskblade, but like all of the ADCs that we're building, Yomu's can't anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would agree with
it
that.
was super strong, that lethality and the move speed extra as well. Like, as you move, you gain more move speed. That was just nuts.
I'm
That
just kind of surprised we
sounds-
haven't seen like Samira just
Dude,
exploding.
what is this
Like-
Swain ult? I'm dying on the inside. He flashes over the wall and times out.
The problem with Duskblade Samira is that if you how does it work? Like if you get multiple kills with the same ulti, you don't get multiple like resets. So
Yeah.
it feels kind of weird.
It's one every 10 seconds if you get it. So you have to like wait 10
Right.
seconds and then it procs again.
Well, so that Duskblade was the mythic that Samira that I saw Samira running in like China and Korea high elo queue. Was they all went to Duskblade and then Duskblade just got like mega buffed. So I was kind of surprised that like Samira just didn't like
I mean,
naturally
it's
get
still
that buff.
strong. Like, you still have like a lot of execution damage or on low health targets. Like, you still do a
Yeah.
lot of shit. Like, especially on that ult, imagine like ulting like in 4 or 5 people with low health, you're still doing a lot of damage for sure. And especially more now because it increased from 15 to 20%, I think, or 30. I don't remember. But still, just the passive that it's not as useful. But yeah, man, the third game seemed a little more even a little bit in the early game, but
Yeah,
still
it
pretty
gets
three
harder
stomp
to
games.
win in a best of series longer it goes on.
Yeah, especially when you have like a 2-0, you know,
But once you have 2-0, it's like, okay,
it's
they know
rough.
like two of my best strategies and they know how to ban for it now. So you have to either bring a third strategy or just play better.
Just be better. That's what
Yeah, it's
that's what I
kind
tell
of what
me.
it
That's what I tell
takes.
myself every day. Be better, man.
That's kind of just what it boils down to.
Yeah, man. Every game is winnable if you're just better, Forehead.
Exactly.
They did put
So
up a
you're
better
playing
fight in
Mundo
the third
into
game.
Darius and then UFF go next.
So this next one is actually, well, I think one of the actually the best series of this round of playoffs, just because it was the only one that went to 5 games. So this is
Does that make
Stas,
it the best or the worst?
the best,
Ooh.
the best,
Best
bro.
for content, worst for play.
uh, so this is Stas versus CDU. Let me
We have
bring up.
spoilers in the chat. Oh my god, this guy's never played this matchup before in his life.
Alright, this is draft one.
Oh.
It's so Jover, man. Yeah, I think we FF this one, guys. Oh, wait. Oh my god, wait. I was confused. I
No.
thought top and
It's
jungle just got.
Garen mid, and he didn't
Yeah,
recall here.
it's the Garen tag, dude. Garen tag
Dude,
mid.
we have. Don't tell me he dies to Talia.
Okay,
How
the
broken is
Lilia's
this Lilia
clean.
character?
Okay, actually, Garen mid is actually good. I rescind everything.
Dude, Moose Hater stongs through the moon.
Oh,
Didn't he take a split off of amateur to go like play in Korea and China or something?
Something. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but he's taking a split off.
I'm telling you, this Lilia character is the best jungler on the patch. Wukong is so strong right now, and Lilia is the Wukong counter. I don't like. There's just no prio on this character. It feels like there's like 2, maybe 3 teams that play it.
It's because
Lily is
it's
just
too
one of
hard
the
in
hardest
solo.
jungles.
Well, you just get like imagine you're in solo queue, right? And you lock in Lilia, and then enemy team just locks in Rengar, gets 3 kills out of nowhere, and then just steamrolls your game. It just
Well, yeah,
happens
but
every
like
game.
I don't think that Lilia is hard enough to justify just not like you can play like 3 drafts on it and be comfortable enough, understand how the character works, and be like good enough. It feels like.
Mm, Dude, she's just such a weird champion. When you compare her to most of the other jungle pool, she doesn't play like any other jungle. She plays more like mobile trading laners than she does most jungles.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
I mean,
I'm a big Lilia
she's
enjoyer, so
I'm a big Lilia enjoyer. I haven't played it this season, but in the past, whenever I've thought it's good, I've been playing it. But
Isn't
I think, I mean,
like
sorry, go ahead.
isn't Lily good against like champions that are not gonna invade her? Like Wukong shouldn't not really invade, like doing invades. You just want
It's
to farm.
because
she's weak. She's really weak
Wukong's
early.
passive is straight armor, and she can do optimal DPS while running away.
I mean,
That's
true, but she
kind of
doesn't
what
have
it
to worry
boils down
about
to.
getting invaded either, because Wukong never
Oh
really
no,
does
she
that.
does, because she is
Oh, no,
so
she
weak early.
does.
Yeah.
First like
She is
6
the
levels,
worst
she's the weakest
early
character in the
game.
game. It's really gross.
Well,
So
no, I
like
think like that's why Rengar's so good into it. Rengar's my preferred like Lilia counter right now because you can just walk into her jungle, free kill her like in 2 seconds, and then leave.
yeah.
Ooh,
And that's kind of
nice.
why I think she has low prio right now because you can't practice it in solo queue without just getting Kha'Zix Rengar Omega World.
Well, you do
Yeah,
need
that's true.
prio in your lanes. So if you want to pick Lily, you probably need someone that's gonna keep prio mid and bot or mid and top. So at least like someone can try
You
to
know, I'm realizing about this
counter that
draft. They
invade.
decided to R4 Malphite and not ban Silas, and they already had a Mumu ult. That seems
They can
really
only get
silly.
they could only get 1 ban and they used it on Jace.
No,
That seems criminal.
they did
Or did
it just they banned the fiddlesticks, but they didn't show.
They banned Fiddlesticks.
At least that's what it's on the client.
Also-
the client says
Why would-
Fiddlesticks.
Why would they ban Fiddlesticks if Lily already got picked and they picked Garen? So you just assume like Seraphine bot lane, Lilia jungle, Garen top. I don't understand why you'd ever ban Fiddlesticks.
The biggest thing that like I have a big like gripe with Red Side draft because they're drafting like Malphite and Amumu with Kindred and Talia, which are doing completely opposite things. Amumu
Right,
and Malph
yeah.
want to go in so bad, and this Lilia and Kindred just wants to sit back and like poke at them and disengage, kind of like
Yeah,
play into the
Talia and
engage.
Kindred want to play slow, and their other three just want to go in.
So
I
it's
don't think
like
there's a great bridge piece here.
no, there's not. So it's like that's the biggest thing that can bring like even if you're like a mid team that kind of gets farmed by the top like 5 teams, just playing like drafts that are on like theme with each other is like so good because it just makes the game easier for you to play.
That's why the full team fight comp works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should just be.
It's
You
just like,
should,
okay,
I mean,
well, everyone just presses R at the same time, and it just works half the time.
well, and they even got like the gold Exodia, like a Mumu Misfortune Malphite, and then they picked Kindred. I mean, this game feels pretty rough as Kindred. Like, in theory, Talia should have push over Garen and Silas, at least for some of the part, and then she's just getting solo killed. Like, if I'm Kindred, I'm like looking at my mid, like, how is this game possible?
I mean, you're
I
talking
mean-
about
love your phrase, by
16-1
the way.
Garen and a 14-4 Silas.
Gladys
Yeah.
single-handedly created my new favorite league phrase, Gold Exodia. Malphite.
No, because the like flex for Silas top and Malphite or Garen mid was like really good because Talia picked into Silas thinking that she was laning against her, and they just sent him top lane against the Malphite. So it's like
I mean, even if that's the case, they could have swapped in game like right after the first back.
yeah, but like then Talia feels like shit too because now you're not using her ulti at all.
To be
I mean,
fair,
I don't even-
they use like what once her ult, so. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, but that's not like a that's
No,
not
no,
a champ thing.
no,
That's
no.
a player though.
No, I get
Okay.
what you're saying. I get it. Game 3 draft.
Oh god. Did Nico
It's
not
so
use the
Jover,
W?
man.
You can literally dodge Hecarim E by using your W.
Wait,
as
we're not
Nico.
okay. Oh, I'm tilted. Oh my god, he missed it. He missed it. No.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's a 1v2 angle, but he's scared.
Diggsy
look
and his
at
bow
that.
guy.
It's a 1v2 angle.
It's Jover, man. It's Jover. Just FF, go next.
I mean, they can't have this is the game.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I mean, so I don't know. I don't think this is a good play to go for on Graves. Like, if you're not going for 90% plays on Graves before you have serrated Dirk, I just don't think the game is possible.
I mean, it's the bounce of the wave. Just if Diggsy dies there, he
Oh,
just
wait, look
loses
at
the
this
game.
pincer. They had him from both sides.
I don't know. It feels weird because they're getting out early gamed when they have Graves and Jin against Vlad
And Nico.
Vlad and Victor. So it's like, what's going on here?
Wait, this is Victor bot with Rakan. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever seen this combo before.
Wenker plays a lot of mages, but his Victor is really good.
Yeah, because he's the original mid lane, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like one of the only mid laners to kind of farm
Yeah.
Kiten. Him and Rendelman, both
He-
on the same team.
He played
does
Maokai
what's called
Keep finding
Cassiopeia
himself.
too.
Dude, Maokai just keeps getting caught against someone without CC half of the game.
I think mages bot lane are so good. I don't know why AD carry players won't play them.
I mean, Hadge is like going crazy on the chat.
Dude, yeah, hey, heck hedge, bro. That guy.
I'm just saying, I beg my team to let me play Sona and Soraka every game, and they say no, you put on misfortune duty, so it's a gap.
Okay.
If I say what I'm thinking, I'll be fined 6 months.
Dude,
Oh my god.
you're only here so you don't get fined.
Dude, I'm only here. Yeah, genetics is like, boy, you better get on that podcast. Speak some good truth.
Oh, I was hoping we could get genetics here, but he's a busy man.
Dude, he is.
Oh yeah, we haven't heard Nex's comment so far. He's just enjoying on the corner.
Yeah, I'm just observing the misplays and the weird engages that they're trying to go against, but I don't really have much to say. I'm a quiet bot laner, you know. I'm here to support Hep, give him some
He's here to
backup.
carry me. What the fuck? I'm getting elo boosted every game.
A little bit, just a little bit.
I mean, this is definitely like a weird
Actually,
draft. Like Vlad,
do,
Victor,
yeah, I
Hecarim.
don't see it because I like Victor a lot, but he needs someone with CC that's easy to follow up onto.
Wait, is this the
And his team is Gnar, Hecarim, and both of them displace.
Well, Rakan too. You got the
Oh,
Rakan like
sorry, I
flash
put the
WR.
wrong draft.
Rakan's like the easiest one to follow up on, but Rakan's supplementary engage.
I put the wrong draft on the screen. Actually, this is the game 2 draft. Sorry, messed up.
They just slam Victor Rakan at this point. That's different.
And they got the Gnar. Holy.
I mean, Gnar's a good blind.
I mean, but beat
I
R3.
don't know why you pick a tank into Gnar when you can actually abuse him on a couple carries. Ooh. The Jhin and Graves all at the same time. This just feels like they're fighting every time they see each other, whether or not it makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
I
Hey.
feel like you can't go Assassin Hecarim this game. I feel like you have to go like Bruiser Triforce.
Yeah,
God,
this,
Assassin Hecarim is so bad.
I would say it's bad, but it's bad in this game. It's hella awkward to not be a frontline when Gnar is only a tank half the time, and your only other frontlines are Khan, and not only is he a support, he's an
Does the
enchanter
game just
support,
end?
so I doubt it. Wait, no, it's fucking
Oh
Maokai
my-
against Gnar.
Oh my god.
It's so Jover, man. Oh my
There's
god.
no way. Oh my god.
Just
That's
singles
so-
lane.
Why you guys
so
are hating on
dumb.
them? They just won.
Dude.
Also, Silas
is
Jungle's
this
patch is
draft?
not it.
Dude, this is a crazy 1v1.
This
And
is,
again,
this is a weird
the
draft
positionings
too.
make no sense. The pathing and how they engage in these makes no sense.
Also, this is like the best Echoes of Helia Fonts of Life Ash game I've ever seen. 3 carries and we're not doing that build with Seraphine? Are we kidding?
Oh, by the way, if we have anyone from CDU or anyone that knows Cryosthesia, please make sure he never picks Fiora again. Thank you.
Oh my
God damn.
god. God
Dude.
damn.
I love Cryo. You know, he's one of my favorite players in the league. But just stay away from the Fiora, just like me, man. I stay away from the Fiora. I'm that bad. But
Holy moly.
That shit's so funny. This is peak Olaf gaming. You go to catch an axe, so you let your ult time out,
Oh,
so
it-
you just die
oh.
for free.
It hurts. God. This is a
Oh, dude, this is just coin flip.
I hate Red Side's draft so much.
Dude, this shit doesn't make sense.
It hurts my
ooh,
soul.
Dixie.
Also, Rendleman is so good, by the way.
Honestly,
That guy is so good.
I like the Kled Olaf picks because you're probably gonna run down their team with what they showed for first 3. But I feel like Swain plus Senna just isn't the bot lane you generally want.
See, I think that Swain Senna is probably not that bad. It's just Enchanters are so good right now, so if you're playing Senna, you should be playing Enchanters. Because, like, when Senna was first being picked, the bot lanes were, like, it was a lot of Swain, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's just
But once again,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
the
I
same
don't
issue
think
as
it's
the
a
last
bad
time we
bot
saw
lane.
Swain
I think
pick.
it's bad with the context of the team that got built around what they already picked.
I think his draft is fine around it,
Woo!
like
That's
his
a
teams, but I
nice
don't think that
Seraphine
Swain
ult.
is good into the enemy team's draft, which is the main issue. Like
Yeah,
both of the times that we've seen Swain drafted, there's no like definite front line that Swain can just sit on and like get free health from. It's all like mobile
Swain-
bruisers that are like
Swain needs
easy
a
to get away from
specific
them.
enemy team to be effective.
Very true.
And when you're against Silas, Fiora, Jax, Swain's viability drops off the rooftop.
Also, yeah, you can never pick Swain without banning Silas, because then that character just becomes too egregious.
Yeah, especially with a team that is like have a lot of health, that just gonna, especially with that Swain ult, like he's just gonna, like we just saw, he just bought so much time with that ult in Zonius. Disgusting.
Yeah, it's crazy because Silas as Swain is better than Swain is to end the enemy team's comp.
Yeah, I don't think
They
Silas
actually
is
just gave him better
inherently
Swain.
a swing killer, but it is if you're not ahead and you're against a comp that Swain doesn't flourish into.
Nah, I think Silas is the Swain counter because you take his ulti and then you immediately have somebody that is as relevant with more damage in a fight than him.
Well, when you pick Swain, you usually pair it with like Leander's Rylai's. Silas usually builds neither, so Swain gets more utility off the ult and usually does more damage, but he has to be against like 2 tanks.
Yeah.
Diggs is doing a lot of work on this game.
Dude, this Seraphine
Dude, this
is
Seraphine.
I don't
If
know
I'm losing this
how.
game as Seraphine, I'm so mega tilted. Like, how many 4-man ults do you have to hit to win a game, man?
Oh no,
Dude,
they won.
how many times does Seraphine have to go through before it gets perma banned? That's the real question.
Yeah.
This is a great engage. But all in onto 2 people while they have 4 members.
Ooh. That was another nice surfing ult.
Yeah, it almost turned it
Higsy's going a little wild here.
to. I'm surprised they call this into just running a straight line. Swain can't turn this fight with Senna. You just need to get out of there without dying, or else you lose the base.
I mean, that's the beauty with Jackson surfing. Jax just leaps
Yeah,
ahead,
that's what I'm
and
saying.
surfing ults behind him. Go free.
It's so hard for their carries to do shit because their team comp was like half go winners with Kled, Olaf, Udyr, and half like frontline and front to back with Swain, Senna. So they just get run down by Seraphine, Jax, Fiora, Silas.
Oh yeah, this game they swapped Days 21 for Meli G in the jungle.
Lords. I'm confused on why they put Kennen into Pantheon. That sounds terrible.
And they put a Karthus bot with a Pike. I'm not a bot lane expert, but I don't know how that lane should go.
Doesn't matter. Karthus is too broken.
That's
just must not have
exactly my
practice on
saying.
it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You can pair Karthus with anything in the game and it'll win in any lane. Have you seen Karthus win rates against bot lane this patch? You look at any ADC and Karthus is 54% win rate against them. It's ridiculous.
Karthus has unironically been the best AD carry in the game for the past 2 years,
Like it's disgusting.
except for on release Zeri. Oh, okay, and we're.
Oh my god.
Oh, what
You
the
know a
fuck?
character's broken when he has a positive win rate in a Nyla. I'm just saying.
That true.
Dude, that sounds
True.
like cap.
I don't know.
I don't think Nyla should be the bar for whether or not you're good in
No,
pop.
but like you got to think about it. Nyla is another egregious character with a stupid high win rate into so many of the meta picks. If Karthus is stomping that, like it's a problem.
I think if the meta right now wasn't so much that you needed to blind your bot side, I think we would see infinitely more Nyla.
I think Nyla, like, look at I don't know the Gale Force Emax collector build is sitting at a 70% win rate.
I think Nyla is like fantastic if you can get it into like if you don't have to blind it, it's great.
Well, it also relies on your team's draft because you need an engage as well as like somebody that can siege. Because if you're picking Nyla, you don't have somebody that can siege.
Right. I mean, it's hyper specific, yeah, but once you get that hyper specific, I mean, is the game losable? I don't think so.
I agree. I think Nyla's
I
so strong.
I think
Camper
Nyla's
red
super
side
slept on.
contests this after their top dies and the tower dies.
Oh my god,
and
Graves
they get
goes in on
3
that.
kills.
Graves goes in on that. Okay.
It's such a waste. This is
Ooh,
such a
that's a
big flamethrower.
nice-
Oh,
cannon.
that's a flank. Oh my god.
It's a beautiful cannon
Jeez.
soul.
This poor Kennen has to build Zoni a second because he's against Nautilus, Pike, and Pantheon.
And Carters. Don't forget about the Carters. With his
No, Karthus
with his
isn't
ult.
insta-killing him when he's trying to walk to the fight.
Dark, we're not talking about Nautilus, okay? I'm not your guy.
Now, when is your mid laner playing Tristana so that he can play Nyla?
bro,
you want
no,
the
no, we
Nautilus bot with you?
We don't talk
Hello?
about Tristana with Hedge in the chat, man. That's so illegal.
Oh,
I can feel him
That's-
tower diving right now.
I have nightmares about Hedges Tristana on that one Varus game. Hedge knows.
Oh, when was that?
It was in Risen.
Last split?
Yeah, Rampage.
Oh, I was in that game. Oh my god.
Hedge farmed me. It was gross.
Dude,
I-
Hedge has been farming kids. Sad to see that guy retire.
Me too. But I didn't know that was his last game. I was so sad.
I mean,
That
props
guy-
to Hedge because right now he's the only person that has a pentakill in Titan, so props to him.
wow.
What? Wasn't that
I don't think that's
Boostus?
true. We got Penta killed on.
Yeah.
Bye. Boom.
Hedge
was
might be the only
Boostus.
AD carry that's
Oh,
given a
Boosters,
Penta
I'm
kill.
sorry. I'm thinking about
Yeah,
Boosters.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, Hedge was in that game. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, I knew he was in the game, but I forgot it was Boosters.
What did Jinx cleanse in this fight?
The demons.
I'm really confused.
Yeah, honestly.
You're against
That's a-
Ash Soraka. What are you
That's a hep-ass
cleansing?
cleanse.
Wait, Lulu's here for why though?
I mean,
She-
she wants to smell the roses and
Bro.
see the other side.
No, man. Botlane is just getting farmed on repeat.
Dude, this is literally just
No, this
bot.
no. I know I don't see an Everfrost Gragas jungle right now. I know that's not what I'm seeing.
Ooh.
My eyes are deceiving me.
What's wrong with Everfrost? Mecha's jungle, my man.
Dude, no, you don't go. Gragas is not like
Now
an
look at
AP
that flash
10 jungle.
Everfrost! Look!
If you're not playing Night Harvester Gragas jungle, I think it's so bad. You just
Okay, but they
can't
needed
clear,
frontline
don't do
this game.
damage.
True.
I think like AP Assassin Gragas is the only way to play him jungle. Like,
I agree.
you can swing tank in lanes, but oh my god, dude, he just
Did they win
Rendlemaned all
this
over them.
fight?
That guy just like
If that was the plan, why not do it sooner? He stood there and backstepped
it-
like 5 times before he did it.
Yeah.
Nax yells at me at least 15 times a game for backstepping.
Well, he waited until his teammate died before he went in. Literally could have went in while his teammate was still up and taken less damage and done more. He could have had higher output and taken less damage in the time that he was in, had he not like backstepped like 4 times.
Oh, that's an interesting combo. Yone and Gragas.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just AP jungle AD mid, right? I think that's like one
I
of the.
feel like I'm still a bigger fan of Gragas Yasuo, but that time is like sailed.
That and I think Yasuo is a significantly harder champion to pilot, so just stuff the Yone,
Right.
to be honest.
Yeah,
And if you're
that's true.
picking Gragas Yasuo, why not just play like Diana Yasuo?
True, agree.
I like it better.
I feel like Yone is also stronger than Yasuo, to be honest, but I don't know. That's just me.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think his team fighting is more consistent. But his mobility is way more limited.
But how OP is Kennen, man? Like,
Oh,
this guy
dude,
Are
is
you
he's
so
talking
not good at
about
all.
how
Dude,
OP
don't think
is
about it.
Diggs' cannon?
dude, how OP is like Tigsy is playing like really fucking well, right? But I feel like I just see this every time Kennen is locked in.
It's because people only pick Kennen when it's going to be nuts.
I
He's a
don't
very niche pick, in my opinion.
I don't
If-
agree with that. I think
I disagree too. I think Kennen is so strong in top and mid.
No, okay. If you only have one person who can play Kennen, and it's top or mid, I stand by my statement.
Now the thing
I-
is,
I think Kennen is just strong.
they just won with Cannon on the game 4, making a lot of difference on the game. I don't know why they let it go, like they let it through to game 5.
What,
So
Kennen?
yeah, the Cannon. So, dude, this was like a huge reverse sweep. They lost
Yeah, that was
2-0
crazy.
and then back 3 games. Holy crap!
that team
Yeah,
looked completely different by the end of the series. It was really well done.
I agree. I remember finishing our series and then looking and seeing that they were coming back from their 0-2. I
Yeah.
was shell shocked.
Dude, I'm excited for their next match. I want to see like how much they will improve because I don't know if you can do like a 2 reverse whips, like one right after the other, but
Well, but like the series ends at like 1 a.m. and like I'm giga exhausted. I don't know. I feel like if I got 2 of those, like 2 weeks in a row, I'd just like actually just be done.
Did they? Is this game 5 or game 1?
no, this is back to game 1.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Now what is the okay? So game 3, it's Dorado Gaming CII and
TSA.
TSA
Oh
Hype Train.
no,
RIP. RIP.
dude, no, I can't watch this series, bro. I can't see my boys lose.
I'm kind of an Efron fan though,
Hey,
so
they're
it's
gonna
whatever.
win at least a game, I think.
Sunny's in the chat, so we can see what are his thoughts on this series.
So I can't wait to judge this top lane play. Oh, who would have thought Gwen just does things?
I mean, it's Gwen, right? Gwen is immune. Isn't that the meme?
Yeah, I feel like Gwen just kind of gets a kill if anything happens in her lane. And getting a kill for Gwen, even if it's 1-for-1, is so good because then you accelerate the point of the game where she's gonna ruin her laner for the rest of the game.
Also, I was expecting more from Treasy. Not gonna lie, I don't think he show up for the series.
Well, he wasn't
Dude.
allowed. Also, how? I don't know. Isn't Shweezy like a hard Samira Vayne player?
I don't know.
He popped off on
I
a
don't
few
know,
Twitch
actually.
games too, so
Twitch is
Yeah, that
sleeper
was
this
just
patch.
such an awkward fight. They had
Also-
half of the
also-
blue team on the wrong side. I don't know why you would repeat gank top as Orin Wukong, but it should work. I feel like if you
Oh
can
my god.
accelerate Jin, the Twitch and the Thresh, it's probably more useful than trying to shut down Gwen.
I think left side comp or blue side comp just takes too long to get online. And the thing is
Yeah.
that even when they get online, they're out team fought. So it's like
It's awkward. You're waiting for Twitch, you're waiting for Victor. Wukong
Waiting for-
is strong early, but his other lane is a tank, so you're kind of waiting for like 25 minutes.
it's just like I feel like red side got the counter in every matchup except for Wukong. So it's like because Gwen does things to Ornn that I can't say on broadcast. Wukong wins against Sejuani, but then Azir just like
Wukong can't really beat Sejuani if he has all losing lanes
yeah,
or
that is true.
unfavorable
That is true
lanes.
of any jungler.
But then like, oh dude, the Twitch Jin matchup is just impossible. I hate playing that matchup. I hate it. It's so disgusting. It's like the win rate is good on paper, but it just feels impossible to play because you just play to neutralize your lane and roam, which doesn't work in comp.
Well, the win rate is good because like Twitch just solo queues. Like he
Yeah.
just like randomly pops out of a bush from stealth and just one shots your entire team randomly. Like
Yeah, like when I played the Jin matchup in solo queue on Twitch, I farm my wave until I hit 6, then I go and kill mid lane 6 times on repeat.
yep.
So it's like you don't play to interact with the Jin. So it's like picking the Twitch here into it feels weird. And then Blitz does so good into Thresh. So they're just counterpicked 4 rolls. A little tough.
I don't really understand how this happened because they did pick Twitch into Jin.
Yeah,
And
I think
then
it's probably
they
one of
also
the
got mid
culprits for
matchup.
Swazy.
They got to pick what they wanted into this Azir, and it's not the best.
I do think that's been TSA's like biggest weakness. This whole split has been their drafting. I think their players are individually good, but I feel like every game that they win, they're just overcoming a draft deficit.
Like
Also,
the matchup isn't too bad
Ridiculous.
for Victor into Azir, but it can get shady after 6 because Azir can just pop you whenever he wants, like bring you to
Yeah.
their jungler. But outside that, if you're careful, you should be able to do pretty well.
Yeah, it's playable,
But
but when you are picking your pieces for a team, you don't want 3 playable lanes. You want at least something you can work around.
but again, this is comfort, right? Lishadi has been playing Victor a lot this split, and he's done pretty well. Even in this game, he was pretty even with Azir, actually a little bit over CS, but again, it's just like the impact that he's gonna be able to do, but it's kind of hard when you have, you know, the Jin one-shotting you, and your Wukong isn't like ready yet, and Gwen can just like destroy you with her ult.
Gwen just is too good here.
She's just actually
You
immune,
really
bro.
just can't pick multiple high range champs and a tank if the enemy plays Gwen.
Dude,
Because then she enters the fight,
What?
takes
What?
no damage.
What? CZ?
Dude, that was so silly.
CZ, bro, I know you're listening. Come on, let's hear it. What do you got for that one?
I thought better of him.
Dude, I thought better of him. I think he thinks better of him. He won't let that slide again.
He's just decided I'm gonna take like 3 tower shots and then I'll fight.
Yeah, let me TP underneath the tower because I'm a Chad.
Oh, dude, this Victor is feeling the pressure, and the gold is even.
Ooh, Shuizi drying.
That is actually really impressive that the gold is this even. I mean, the game feels
I
so
know.
impossible for blue side though.
The game state feels terrible, but somehow the gold was even there.
What is it even like from? Just even on towers, I guess. And
It has to be
CS?
towers.
I mean, they have 3. I would say probably.
not even CS. It's just bounties and
Yeah, probably
towers.
Yeah, maybe.
because they have
Mm.
3 towers to like 5 of them or 6 actually right now.
No,
Well,
but
so
they're not
they
even
were-
up on gold and towers though. Is the thing, because red side has both of the side lane tier 2s, which is 1,000 gold, and they don't have either.
It's probably bounties, like getting bounties when they were
Yeah,
popping off.
has to be.
Like,
I think I like Dog P because I like Efron, and I like Cody's, but I think they're gonna struggle next week without Cody's, especially in the Dino.
Yeah,
I just-
Dino is
I
tough
think
one.
Dino's a hard matchup for them. I think because I think that this team likes to win off of not making mistakes, and Dino also likes to win off of not making mistakes. And I think Dino makes a lot less mistakes.
See, I have a different read on Dog P because like I think Dorado can only win games when they get really far ahead because that's when Efron is best. And Flower Power is a really good early game jungler. So it's like if Efron is able to get ahead and keep that lead, like you're able to win into them or they're able to win games. But when Efron isn't able to get ahead and keep that lead, he kind of struggles to play the like carry characters that scale really hard. That was how we ended up winning our game 3 because we struggled really hard into their early game, and then we found out that we can just play full scaling into them, not interact in lane, and then just win.
Really interesting.
Yeah, because we should have lost that series, but we stalled out the game long enough where they just couldn't macro
Just leaking
and
all
team
the
fight.
strats.
Like actually,
I mean, I have a similar view. Like I was gonna talk about on the thing that I'm gonna release, but basically my view on Dorado is, and this is also like looking to the games today. Like I feel like their weakness is their early game overall because if Flower Power isn't on a champion where he can make the plays, then their early game just becomes so much weaker and he can really help bot or mid. And from all the games that I'm seeing like Dorado's bot lane always behind in CS, but they can manage to even out the gold or be ahead because they get the kills from doing better plays overall. The other thing is, one thing that I noticed is when the game is stalled out, like there's no objectives like Drakes to do or anything, they will try to find a pick in the mid lane, like force a team fight, and then they will make a call afterwards. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes like they're gonna go for an objective and then die like 10 seconds later, or it's gonna work and they're gonna take the Baron or something. So that's my view on them. But
I was talking about it with Efron last night. I think that they're not a bad matchup into Dorado because Split Breed and Flower Power play pretty similarly. They play for those early ganks, but the only difference is that Split Breed can play those scaling characters when they want. So it's like CZI is able to wall off Outrage in the top lane because CZI is really good at playing that, and he has like a good pool into Outrage's pool. And then jungle, same play style, so they just have to kind of. The game is decided through that. Mid lane, I don't know how it works with what's it called? Like the mid lane because of induced. I have no idea who like induced is. I don't know how they play, but I can only assume that they're like a side grade to Cody's.
What was that flash?
And then I think the bot lane is a little gapped. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I remember the naming Deuce. I don't remember from where. I was checking the last Titans rosters. He was a sub for CB Fallen, but I remember he played somewhere before that. I just don't
Can
remember.
we talk about Shen top and Darius jungle? I don't think this is a move.
Well, he's a random to me, Dark, because I don't know him. I haven't played for that long.
You
Sunny's
just
in the
called you
chat.
old on your own podcast.
Sunny, tell us about the Darius tech. He's in the chat.
Nah,
Let's see what he's gonna say.
Darius jungle's
I-
so strong.
I think Darius jungle is really slept on. I think it actually has like a 250 clear if you do it right. And I
Truly,
think
it's
junglers
so
that have
ridiculous.
it's pretty crazy. If you know how to do it and you're good at it, I think Darius jungle can actually be really strong. I think
But
Darius is good in maybe 4 roles. Definitely 3, maybe 4.
Are you saying ADC with Senna? What's going
No,
on here?
I'm saying support.
Support
Well,
Darius.
Actually, okay, maybe we're stretching it a little bit.
maybe,
Um,
maybe, but I mean, I don't know. I don't really think many support players are good enough to play it. But I think it's pretty impossible to play like Thresh into Darius.
well,
I don't.
I
I'm not saying
understand.
I'm not saying you should always pick Darius support. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I think it's better than people would give it credit for.
I understand Darius jungle can clear the jungle. I just don't think this is like the comp to play Darius jungle.
I agree. You play Darius jungle to skirmish in like early game, so you play for your 250 clear, and then you walk into the enemy jungle and either fight for crab or fight them.
Well, what's weird is they draft Shen and then they path towards top, and like Shen doesn't want to necessarily scrap early, but Draven Vel'Koz might.
Yeah. Also, look at this Kassadin.
Dude, I just don't think you can play Darius into Kassadin. But I guess the Kassadin happened after the Darius pick.
I think it's
Yeah,
fine
yeah, it was
without
another 4.
Sejuani. Like I think Darius would steamroll like Vi Kassadin, but I think the Sejuani synergy is actually really hard to play against.
Like, why early pick Shen if you're planning to flex Darius? Just bait them into counterpicking it.
I mean,
I agree.
I would say just put Shen for Star Lord. Like give Star Lord the support Shen, with the Draven.
I don't know if I agree with this take here.
But
I think
Cam, I
because
think
no,
you
because
need
here's
to
the
leave
thing.
the floor to
Because here's the
us.
thing. You have your R5. You already have the Shen and the Darius. They show the Kassadin. You have to stomp that Kassadin mid. And the fact that he can get level 6 at like what 5 minutes and 30, which is earlier than the last change that they did, like a few months ago, it makes easier for Kassadin to deal with Syndra. Because if you're not like if Syndra's not getting like a 20, maybe 30 cents lead on the Kassadin, then he's just scaling for free. So you need to have like a jungler that's gonna put pressure in that mid lane before level 6, at least. Like go there twice before level minute 5, get his flash, get a couple kills maybe, and pray that this guy doesn't scale and you're stopping the game. At least that's why I'm like, okay, since your draft is already kind of fucked, just send that Shen bot lane, try to survive, and try to stop the Kassadin. But
I think the Vel'Koz
Yeah,
pick
but
is really in.
I don't know how strong the Darius would be at trying to pressure Kassadin.
yeah, just send the Darius top lane and then pick something else in the jungle. Since you already R4'd him.
But that's like a completely different draft.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
You
You're trying to
know.
fix something like you're not really prepared for.
Oh,
But
this
we're
is
talking about
actually.
Oni-san, so anything is possible.
Yeah, I think TSA likes to cook too much, and it kind of puts them in terrible spots.
like us on game twos. I don't know if you guys know, we lose every game two we play because we just get cocky and pick whatever.
Yeah, spoilers. I don't know what happens, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is game 3 now, so well, wait, you guys. No, you guys have a good amount of 2-0s this split, so
No, we do not.
No?
Us?
let me see again.
Syndicate? No, we do not.
No,
We went 2-1 like
no.
every game.
It
2-1,
was
1-2. We always went to 3 games. We had 1-2-0, and it was against Cape
Yeah,
or
Oh, the first week I
I really
got you.
hyped Syndicate up, and then all of their games were 3-game series, and like stop giving me 3 games to record the clips for, please. Thank you.
No, like I'm telling you, the infamous Syndicate game 2 throw happens every time we scrim, every time we play a series.
He's like, all right, guys, let's not show our hand because we're losing game 2 anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, if it's
Mm.
working, it's working, right? That's the strategy.
I can't believe Mordekaiser queued Sejuani, and then Cinder almost got away and killed him for it. I think we're at 50 followers, by the way.
Yo, I was gonna say that. Thanks for the follow. Whoa, this is a big ass name, man. What is this? Gazgkol Uruk?
There is one earlier too.
Thanks for the follow, man, and also thanks for Happen Next for joining the family, dude. This today is one of the biggest days that we got to follow. So hype.
So next, if everybody's here for him,
True.
My wife's watching. She watches everything.
it's so funny because they'll send us screenshots of like, are your games getting streamed this week? And she's always so happy when they are.
Jen Holtz and Cinder dies to Leandrius.
Feels bad.
Also, did Efron play Jin every game in this series, or am I just like blind?
I think so.
Oh no,
And
he's
didn't he
on,
go-
he's on Ash right now. Jin is
Oh.
Shreezy,
Oh, okay.
but he is playing a lot of Jin recently. I hope somebody realizes that.
Yeah, we realized yesterday we knocked him out of ZGG.
Yeah, don't give this man the Jin because he is putting in the work for it. So
His Jin and his Caitlyn are nuts.
Dude,
What is this, man?
they wanted to 5-stack, would jump the gun and then get nothing. This does not look like a fight I would opt into at this point.
I'm telling you, man, that this is what I'm seeing from them, like lane mid,
Oh,
trying to find a pick.
That's
Oof.
just so bad. They could have just walked away.
Oh.
Ooh.
They gave Cyan shutdown.
And this is because they were like 6K gold ahead.
Dude, how do you mess up the fight this bad? I genuinely wonder who has the coin toss in the middle of this fight because it's flip flopped a lot.
Oof.
It's just like the lack of cohesiveness in these team fights because you'll see half the team going in, meanwhile the other half of the team is walking away from the fight. It's like
The other half's like, oh wait, they're fighting, so they walk in, and then the other half starts walking away.
yeah, yeah.
Like, what the hell? Just make a call and stick to it.
Driving me nuts. Like there's just like, yeah, where's the shot caller that's supposed to be like, all right, this is what we're doing, and everybody just follows because I don't see it.
Also, I've been simping for Efron this whole series, but this build is questionable. He should be arrested.
Uh,
I don't
Triforce Ash.
know.
I like Triforce Ash, but this is not
I
the
don't
game
know
for
about
it.
Kraken Slayer.
He's going like half on hit, half Trinity Force. You go like when you go Trinity Force, you do like the Trinity Force Manamune, like Ravenous build that Ash used to go in like season 10. Not half on hit.
I don't know if I agree with that because like with the Triforce passive, right? You get the stacking attack speed. I think it's pretty good with Kraken.
Stacking
And
AD.
Kraken's actually just underpowered. The
Kraken
only
is
way
underpowered. I agree with that.
you can build Kraken right now is with Rage Blade, and it's bugged with Rage Blade.
Kraken's
Awesome.
underpowered?
Didn't
Are you
they
talking like post nerf or pre nerf?
I'm talking about.
When it did magic damage or physical damage?
Yeah,
Because
they
when it did
changed.
magic
I'm
damage, it
talking
was
about back when it was
ridiculous.
magic damage.
Yeah, they changed. It's physical damage now.
Yeah, they overbuffed it, so maybe my opinion will change.
They overbuffed it. I think they nerfed the fuck out of it.
They
I think
upped the
Kraken was
damage by like
broken.
20%, but made it physical. They increased the AD ratio and the flat damage.
Oh my god, this Jin character. Yeah, can we talk about Ivern's damage right now or what?
Yeah. What? Why?
Dude, Ivern
Why
is
am I
actually
actually?
strong. Ivern is actually strong. Like
Like,
after he
it used to be
ults,
the joke answer, but it's starting to become true.
like,
like
why is Ivern shielding his team for more than like Lulu or Sona and then solo killing you with Daisy?
Yep.
Dude,
It's
they
a little
Earlier-
overbuffed
disgusting.
Daisy.
Earlier today, I was doing with Shrouds, and he first timed
Yeah.
Ivern mid and 1v2'd like multiple times.
dude,
Yeah.
Ivern mid is actually really hard to deal with because this guy is like shooting
Wait,
himself all
I've
the
never
time.
heard of this.
It's
Dude, Ivern is good in unironically good in 3 roles.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like I think
I
he's
agree.
viable top jungle mid.
I think he's viable
Not
support
support?
too.
Yeah, I was gonna say support too.
What? Why did you say top and not support?
Bro,
I think he's
have
viable
you
ADC.
seen?
I
Have you
think
seen
Ivern's 5
Ivern top?
roll. Playing
Ye-
with Senna bot.
You
Fuck
could
it.
potentially do an Ivern Ranger bot with what's it called?
It's so hard. Yeah, your Rengar player has to be like unmatchedly good.
True.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah,
but
put me on
still.
Rengar. Nax are playing it next week. Leaks.
Don't give away the strats.
I mean, it's still strong. I think even if you're not like God Ranger, you still could be able to do it. But I don't know. That's just me.
I think Rengar in like unless you've like actually one tricked this champion in the past, like Rengar is not playable in gold. Like I say similar things about like GP, and then I see like good GP players, but like I don't know. Rengar has a deceptively simple kit.
Wait, this is just a sad 1v1. I don't know why Cyan's still here. Why did he flash into the
Yeah.
enemy territory?
He's trying to do the 200 IQ play, man.
He literally could just walk towards his tower and lives, but instead he tried to be cheeky and dies for no reason.
So, I mean, I want to give props to Dark for, well, not Dark, dude. I keep messing
We're
up.
back.
To Arcs because he's the one that streamed this match, but it didn't have to be, this far off from the Rift, the camera. But
Gotta
outside
make sure you
that,
can see everything.
yeah. Well, and outside that, lovely stream, Arcs. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Dude,
Honestly, it's
oh,
kind of nice
Simon
with
Arts
how.
is so in Dark Shadow.
I mean, you do see like half of the map, which is great.
Hey, look, here's the
Wait.
Duskblade or Samira.
Oh, yeah, they're using the Zig Samir attack.
I
Samira?
think
I have not
I think
seen
that's
this before.
I think that's a bad lane, but
Dude,
I don't know.
Mordekaiser pulls him over the wall into his 3 members.
I'm pretty sure I heard someone talk about it, that it was like a good lane, like one of these guys from LCS, LEC or something like that. Like there's a hidden
weird.
strat or something.
I didn't know we moved up to LCS or LEC.
I'm just
Cam.
saying, like, people like to follow. I know like Starlord loves the Ziggs. I think he plays it quite a lot. So I guess it's a thing. I don't know. I think maybe it's a TSA thing, right?
I think Ziggs is a really good AD carry. Like I think, or well, not obviously not AD carry, but like in the bot lane role, I
APC.
think. Yeah. I think Ziggs is really good when, like, I see him kind of like a Ezreal equivalent.
No, hold on. I have to find the tier list that I made because I made like a tier list of what I think of like the bot meta right now. I included a bunch of like mages on it too.
Yeah, I hope Ziggs is on the list because I agree. He's very strong bot lane. He has a lot of zoning pressure, which hurts your enemy ADC quite a bit.
I mean, I think maybe it's good with like how they drafted it, right? Because so they picked Samira, and then they got countered with Kate Lux, and then I think the Ziggs is a fine like pick into that, right? Because your Samira doesn't really have a hope of playing the game, so you might as well get like one useful character in the bot lane. But
I think in this order, I think Karthus, Ziggs, Xerath, Malzahar, Aesol, Cassio, Talia, Syndra, and Anivia are all playable bot.
Did you not say Azir?
What?
I
No.
don't
Azir bot lane.
I don't think Azir. I think
No.
Azir needs too many levels. I think like
I
Azir
agree.
is like good top, right? Because he gets the same solo XP that he gets from mid.
Okay.
But
You didn't say Vigar?
Oh, I forgot about Vigar. Yeah, Vigar exists.
Vigar is good. Vigar is really
Vigar
good.
is good.
I mean, yeah, there are a lot of good combinations. So
Wait, did you not say Seraphine?
I don't really consider Seraphine like a mage. She's more of a support. But I did put Seraphine on my tier list.
Okay.
I remember that
She is
Talia
a
Panther was a
mage.
thing, like maybe a season or two ago.
Nah, I played the Seraphine.
No, Talia's fucking really weird because she kind of only worked with Pantheon.
I think
There's
anything
a
that
lot
has
of-
like a point-click CC, so maybe a Nautilus could work too.
I mean,
Yeah.
theoretically, but the thing is, Pantheon's just inherently durable, has point-click CC and does very high damage early, and I don't think there's another point-click support that has a lot of damage early.
What about Pike,
Like,
who can
I
drag
think the
people
closest you
through the
get
field?
it was like set support when he was overtuned, and his E was like undodgeable if it's in range.
So my question to you guys is, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
This
For
is your
I
time.
have thoughts and
Can
opinions.
we say this is your time of fame or your time of shame?
Well,
It's
I think we know
de-
whose shame it is and whose fame it is. We don't need
Depends
to
on,
be-
it depends on what happens in game 2. Okay.
Hey, a lot of us smurfing.
I
I'm
mean-
just saying.
Oh,
I thought I had a
this-
really good series.
Dude,
I
that
think you did
Nidalee
too.
was actually pretty good. At least for the first few minutes.
No,
of the
there was
game.
some fun jungle picks this series. I'm
There
glad we
was,
got to see the
there was.
Nidalee and the Kindred.
I was not expecting to see you playing the
Oh.
Nidalee. Not gonna lie.
It's something that I've been playing for a while, and we found comps that are good with it. It was something we wanted to play more of. But it just with the way the rest of the series turned out, it wasn't really something that we felt like we could do.
My only gripe with this draft for you guys though is that you're putting Shrouds on like a Nautilus, which is like your other carry player.
I honestly agree with the sentiment because Italy is a great like starting piece to get your comp rolling, but if your only damage dealer aside from Italy is the bot lane, it's kind of awkward.
So the idea here is that it's really hard to walk into us. And unfortunately, I think this fight actually lost us the game.
Now look at
Um,
Curry solo killing your backline. It's disgusting.
I was gonna say, Glada, like I think since you got 2 kills early, like at 3 minutes, you should have tried to invade. You should invade the Wukong more. Like,
I would agree, but it's really
How?
hard to with the like I have 2 side lanes that are getting perma pushed in at this point.
well, yeah, but
Or not 2 side lanes, but my 2 solo lanes.
I mean,
So I
but
would have to do it through bot side.
no. But here's the thing: your
Mm,
Nautilus doesn't need the resource, right? He just eased the wave. He maxed the E, eased the wave, and he can just leave because either LeBlanc follows him, but she needs the resources, or she farms the wave because she doesn't have a good clear wave. I mean, she can use her full combo on the wave, but then she needs like another 10
Hmm.
seconds for the CDs. Because you just need
I'm
Shrouds to follow you for that Nautilus. He doesn't need CS or anything. But I agree with you. It's kind of hard. But
It is.
if you can do that in the first 6-7 minutes, you just stall the Wukong, you get more kills, you get more pressure, and then you can try to transfer to your bot lane because you have like a
Right.
priority in the bot lane with Caitlyn Lux. But that
I
would be
think
theoretical and idea, right? I don't know if I can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. There was a lot of factors that made this series pretty hard for us. I don't think the draft was there were a lot of factors that made drafting this hard, like, or drafting this game really hard, or this series really hard.
Auto assault on Wukong clone. Oh my god. I think it's kind of weird that like top lane was awkward for you because Warren doesn't really have a way to cancel sign Q, so unless sign gets chunked, he should have wave control.
I think it's pretty easy to chunk Sion as Ornn. Maybe I interpret that matchup
It's
wrong, but I feel
it's
like Ornn does
so he wins the trades for sure, but Orin's quickest way to disrupt Sion's knockup is to do a full channel of W, then auto attack, and at that point, Sion's Q is like almost fully charged.
Who PayPal'd this guy, by the way? I want to know.
Yeah, this was crazy. This was crazy. He did this a few times this series.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, First Blood Demon King strikes again, but and this was awful. I just DC here.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk
Oh.
about.
Yep.
Yo.
I had
Aw.
massive
Yes.
problems this entire series with DCing. It was awful.
And the worst part is it cancels your back too, because I think you're gonna survive if you
Yep.
don't DC.
Yep. It was actually tragic. And then Squig tries to come help me and he dies. Thankfully, my mid and
Sag.
bot laners are just so incredibly handsome that we win this game anyways. But
Sag. But yeah, I was gonna say I think it was last week.
I have no
was,
clue why he comes back. By the way, this is like
I don't know
mega.
how you let Ornn get his ult off.
I think I got Maokai rooted.
Is that what happened? But your
Think so.
R should still be able to be casted during your root.
Your Wukong
Well, I
is so
can't get-
disgusting.
Wukong is a kind of hard. The ult doesn't really work if you can't like hit them.
Holy.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess I have to rewatch
that's the
it.
most
There's a-
played champion of like that's your most played champion in the league, and people
Yeah.
just letting through. It's crazy. That's it
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
We
it's
learned our
like-
lesson.
I have like insane. I think I only lost one game on Wukong this season, and it was against Dino. So it was like
looking clean, man.
it was B1 game 1 or B1 game 1 of every series, and then banned game 2 of every series. And then like Going Ghost was the first team that figured out that they can't just leave it up.
Yeah, because I think they did that on week 6 against you guys. Like they just laughed the Wukong up, and I was like, "You're just giving the free win."
No,
Max was
so
still
TD
mad
Kaizen
there.
did that. TD
Yeah.
Kaizen left Wukong up
Oh.
both games, and I think I dropped like a 12-1 KDA on them game 2.
Yeah, I'm like,
But how good is my mid laner, by the way?
True.
Never mind.
You try to stroke the doctor's ego, and it turns out
Dude.
he's not a doctor.
This fight I feel like was our only chance to win this game. This is like the only good fight that we had, because then we just got outscaled.
Oh, and then Risky just like fucking Giga Smurf this. This is his first time playing a Mumu, by the way. Like this was not a practice thing.
I mean,
ooh. Nice hedge,
I
dodging.
will give him
placing.
props, but Mumu is easy.
Oh, that felt so
Well,
bad
he's an
for
enchanter
Max.
player, so it's
Oh,
not a
okay, so
play
it's
style.
extra difficulty points.
Like he's a zillion millio. Whoa! Oh my god, dude, that hedge ult almost just hit me. That was crazy. Dude, Crowny's comment, man.
I mean, Shrouds is doing pretty good on the ASOL mid to late game.
Yeah,
I mean,
this guy's
obviously,
ASOL is nuts.
obviously that's what the ASOL does, but he did quite a lot.
I just really don't like Aesol as a champion. I feel like infinite percent health damage just shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, it's a bit gross. This fight felt impossible for some reason. Like I was like we're losing this so hard. And then I think we
Yeah.
Do
You
guys
come in
got
and
Oh,
just
and then-
ult our
yeah.
whole back line.
and then I Wukonged all over them.
Yeah.
Dude, I should be like slang for something.
Oh, I'm screaming right now.
I
was,
cannot
like, actually-
believe that you didn't die there.
This is crazy. This fight, we down and should oh no.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
To
5-man.
the 5-man Aesol into the 5-man Wukong ult.
This Wukong character is not normally.
Yeah, he's not, dude.
Someone check him PC. Him not
Actual.
Wait,
Dude, we backed
confused.
off this, and Squig's like, "Hey guys, I'm still fighting." And so
Oh,
if the
like-
clip was a little longer, you'd see Risky and I instantly click back and go, "Oh shit, get our boy out!" And then now we're here.
Dude,
Uh,
this shit happens to me all the time when I'm playing top. I'm like, guys, I'm still here. And then I just
So-
like managed to get out anyways.
If you just watch this clip, it looks really int, but Shrouds was actually on like less than 300 HP coming into this fight, so he's backing and TPing, and then we're like the rest of us are just taking the fight. It was oh my god.
You know, I would say I don't like picking the idea of picking Mundo into Ornn, but into this particular comp, you're against like 3 burst champs and 2 tanks. So
Yeah, we just
Mundo
don't deal
kinda
damage.
just goes
Yeah.
crazy.
So that was
Yeah, we couldn't get past it.
we knew so as soon as they banned Mordekaiser and they had Jin Lux, we were pretty set on the Mundo.
Yeah, I think it was solid.
I think that
Yeah,
was
maybe
probably
two and
that
over.
was the like draft we were most comfortable with probably.
Do we know why Shrouds picked Akali into action? I don't think that's a good matchup at all.
He's an
But you just
Akali
wanna,
one
like, play it?
Comfort. He lost, so he needs comfort. That's how it goes.
I mean, he's an OTP, so
Whoa.
I mean, it's on his name, dude.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but like usually you don't self counterpick on your main. You want to make yourself look good on that character.
I mean, he
no?
does play action too, so I imagine he knows how to play into it.
Yeah, I think we interpret it as a counter for Akali actually.
You think so?
I think so. I think I remember that being the discussion, but I can't remember for certain.
Had to be a Shroud's vouch.
Holy shit! How is Xin Zhao level 7 at 12 minutes? What happened?
What? Lilia's level 7. I'm actually up a level on Lilia right now.
Okay, I guess it's because I looked at Akali's level. There's 3 levels difference.
Man,
Oh,
this
no.
guy's comparing mid lane levels to jungle levels. I mean, can
Hey,
somebody mod check this guy, please?
hey,
Come on.
3 levels
Actual.
is a lot. Usually
is-
it's 1 or
it's
2.
so- Yeah, oh, he's so toxic, man.
Also, the Mordekaiser was just too infinite this game.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I wish I could see the draft for this game.
Oh
but
shit! I didn't update. My bad. My bad.
I
The
think,
drafting for this was super annoying. I don't know. I don't know if you guys see, but Chef roll swapped all 5
Yeah,
games
yeah.
or all 4 games.
I mean, I
That
think
was
he did
like,
pretty damn good. Like in that top lane.
Right,
I'm not gonna lie.
right. But it was I don't know. It was
I was
it was
excited
cheeky.
to see Shroud versus Chef.
It
We
was
were
a little
too.
cheeky.
We were too.
Unfortunately, didn't
And then
work.
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is a team comp that Ward can flourish into. The only thing he doesn't like is Akali, really.
This was int. This was int.
Oh,
Me int game.
this is bad. That's really unfortunate. But
Me
I
int
think
game.
Ward can do a lot.
Yeah. Yep, this game is really hard to play against Mord. This is crazy though.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's a bit good at that character. That character's a bit good. I do like how he got stunned into the pool though. That was
But yeah, I don't know if you guys like. I don't know if this comp of yours deals well with the Mordekaiser though. Like,
Yo, I'm confused on why Conduit's fighting. Jinx has Stormrazor plus BF Sword, and 3 people bought QSS, so no one has second item.
this game is really hard. I think this is actually probably our biggest draft fumble of the night. We've had discussions about like how to draft around Zen comps, and this was not how we did it. I think the Zen was a last second pick that we weren't sure what to do. I think I should have just eaten the Amumu though.
Yeah, during draft, I remember thinking it didn't feel like the identity of the team was there because you have Zen that's like literally knocking everybody
Yep.
away. Meanwhile, you have like the other team members that want everybody grouped, so it was kind of weird.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, I think Zen without an enchanter is like B tier, and Zen with an enchanter is A or S tier.
I think the other thing that was weird about that comp is like you don't have great lanes to play through or lanes with prio to empower the invading that and fighting that Xin Zhao wants to do.
Yep. It Zen Akali is a hard mid jungle to do. It doesn't sound like it would be, right? Because you would expect that was how disgusting is Kindred E, by the way?
Like, actually, this character's so broken right now.
Yep. How disgusting is Triforce? Like that is so
This
illegal there,
hook
by
is
the way.
crazy.
How does that hit hedge? How does that hit my AD carry?
It's been a
It was
fucking
over,
week
man.
almost, and he's still mad about it.
Literally, we all. I think the comms there were what? Like, and then I just oh, actually, so unfortunate that I get knocked here.
Oh,
As soon as I pulled that, Hep went nuts in that game.
I don't
Actually,
know. I'm not really big fan of Viego right now.
I don't
I
think
don't
this
know.
is Viego game. Similar points.
the idea is that Viego's good into like Poppy, right?
Is he though?
I think Viego's good into I think it's good into Misfortune. I think it's good into Poppy. It's playable into Poppy, and it's also my most played champion this season. And
I don't think.
Sorry, go ahead.
You go, yo.
So we were expecting more of a bruiser jungler, And with a bruiser jungler, not Kindred, this game goes a lot. This is a much different Viego game.
I agree. I think us flexing the Poppy top was the
Right.
thing that broke
I
the
think
Viego.
I think that's what we thought. I think we thought it was a Poppy jungle, and then we were gonna get a tank top because Chef had only played tanks that entire series, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know why you guys didn't just like put Chef top like as his role. Like,
Well, because we were intending to play our mid laner Mark top, but he doesn't play tank, so whenever we need a tank, we just move Curry up there.
oh, you just had 4 games where you needed tanks. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Sorry, that sounded a lot more flame than I meant it to be.
And
But-
fucking so toxic.
Yeah, but at this point the game feels really, really hard.
Oh, the fucking Lysandra flank for a 3v4 against Kindred just feels terrible.
Yeah, that Kindred ulti was Smurf, by the way.
I think Kindred was actually the pick of this game. I think
Chris's
without
Kindred is so good.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Kindred's just huge here because the comp relies on Viego getting a reset, Lysandra getting a reset, and then Ornn getting a big ult, and Kindred stops the first skill from happening.
right.
Yeah, I probably would
Me
have
in
enjoyed
the game.
if you played like Gragas, a Listen, I would have enjoyed, or maybe a Kha'Zix here. I would have probably enjoyed it more.
Oh no, hot take. Kha'Zix is bad. I don't think Kha'Zix
Yeah,
is
Cam,
actually.
I don't know why you on a whim thought Kha'Zix was good here, but it's not.
I am just going for the fact that you have Alessandra and you can just like play on the jungle
I
and
think-
never give
I
You
think
always have- you should
Lysandra
always have-
Vi
you should-
is a way better combo.
The thing is, you should always have a prio mid with Alessandra into the LeBlanc, and you should just play into the 9 marks against the Kindred, just playing their, in
Yeah.
their jungle.
We did a pretty good job of denying the marks early. It was just like the natural tendencies of Kindred in team fights that made this difficult.
But
I think the Kindred and the Poppy like flexing was actually really well done. Honestly, I'm a lot happier with this series than I thought I was gonna be. I think we played a
I
pretty
think it
good
was
series.
a solid series.
I agree.
I think Syndicate is just so good, man. How can we be expected to win? No, but actually, like the Syndicate guys were incredibly cool. Like I don't know if we didn't really get to see it, but that game 2, it was, I think we spent like unironically like 15 minutes just waiting for various people to come back like after the DC'd. So it was actually did want to actually say thank you guys for being so cool about that,
Our
and also
entire
for being
split-
cool. Like
Our entire
ahead,
split
go
in Risen was spent by Curry not being able to connect to custom game matches. Curry is chef. So it's like we'd load into draft and then he'd just his PC would crash or his league would crash and he'd
Oh my
never be able
God.
to get into the client. So every series we played in Risen was just like 15-minute delayed because we'd either have to find like a sub like during the draft or like
That's
try and get him to
awful.
reconnect. It was crazy. So
Damn, I'm sorry. That sucks.
it's super chill. We don't care about stuff like that because we
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, I mean it's the client, right? It's
Dude,
Hey, man,
full
Yeah.
of holes.
I mean, what? It's a small indie
More
game
like
company. What
client?
can you do?
Exactly.
It literally happened to
support-
us in ZGG. I thought we were gonna get kicked out of the league, like out of playoffs, because we just won the gauntlet in ZGG to get into playoffs.
Yeah.
Because right as we loaded into the third game of the gauntlet, my PC crashed because one of my cables was loose, right? And then when I tried to log back in, I couldn't log back in because the servers were down. But I thought it was just a me thing. So we spent like 10 minutes pause trying to get me back into the game, and we almost had to FF the gauntlet, but then they posted the thing about it being like a client issue.
Oh, that's why they postponed the
Oh.
gauntlet. Ah,
Yeah,
That's
that
crazy.
was like we were loading into the game when it happened.
Crazy.
Yeah.
More than Riot's terrible client, our support generally has to enter every lobby by hand because invites don't work for him 90% of the time.
he has to manually search what is the custom game, what's the
Jesus.
password.
He's like, what's the
That's good
fucking
stuff.
title? What's the password? And it's always something weird like ring a ding dings. And we have to spell it out for him.
Oh my god.
It was funny. I mean, it was a banger of a series. Like all the series were really awesome. I guess
Right.
outside the off the Zack, because That one was just like stomping straight. Like
That
Yeah,
one
all
was
that
three
one
games.
wasn't that fun.
I could have seen this series go to 5 games. I think honestly though, I don't know. I still think this season was a success for Coalition. I mean, the when you look at the Coalition roster, most of us haven't actually been in a playoffs in about a year. The only the big exception would be me in BLL playoffs, I think, on ADC. So other than that, everybody's been this is either their first split in comp or one of their first playoffs in a while. So I
No, I think you guys did super well. What, you were first seed, first group, second seed,
Yep.
second group?
Yep. Dude, but
It's like-
how fucked was our second group seed, bro? We actually draw the strongest second seed and the like going ghost as our fourth seed. I was like, oh my god. Off of the
I was
comp rule,
thinking,
how fucked
Going
is
Ghost
that?
is such a fake 4th seed because they wouldn't have
Yeah.
gone fourth if
They would have been a
they
first
didn't get
oh
comp ruled.
wait, cause that who else was in their group? Didn't they have like a
Yeah,
super fake group?
it was our group, so it was us,
Oh, that was you
TPO,
guys.
and TDK.
So
It's like,
they would have been a
no way
first or
Going
second
Ghost
seed.
loses to TDK and TPO, even if they
Y-
have a different jungle.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
So they should have been like a second seed.
I agree. But I don't know. We still 2-0'd them. So raw. No, I'm just kidding. No, that roster. I feel like that roster got so much flack for like no reason. Well, I know no
Yeah.
reason, but like they like people just actually thinking that they're not good because they got like comp ruled was crazy.
Yeah, I still think the Going Ghost squad is good.
I thought so. I thought so.
I think I would like to see a world where they got an option, the, the possibility to play like the redo their 2 series, but the problem is it happened on week 3 of the first group.
Right.
It's
right.
like
It
it's
was,
so
like,
many
right
games to
before.
replay too.
Yeah.
So
It's like, oh, find a way to play like 6 games possibly that fits in with both team schedules in this last week because there's no other way to redo it.
Right. Well, and then even like I think their series against you guys would have been more competitive, but they were just all so mental boomed from like learning
Yeah,
that they didn't have their jungler from 4 hours ago.
bet they were a bit
Yeah, it
mental
wasn't the
too.
same day. That was
Yep.
wild. They
I
had to
think
find
I
an
think
ASAP.
Oh fuck! It was the same day.
Yeah.
it was literally like a 4 or 5 hour difference between finding out that their jungler is no longer their jungler and them having to play.
Yeah, that's
So
rough.
I know they like and the amount of like hate that they got from a lot of people was pretty crazy. And I know like that it's they're players that would take that kind of stuff seriously because none of them would have ever like if they knew that he was a Smurf they would have never played with him. So really
Yeah.
really
Dude,
upsetting for them.
it's
True.
rough being on that team. I've been on that team before, where your jungle gets comp ruled in the middle of a split, and you're just like instantly shit on.
Dude, I mean it's always junglers and AD carries, man. Like when can we get some oh and
Hey, we
Chitin, but
have a
like when can we
mid.
get some top lane comp rules?
Who was it? Was it last split? Chitin?
Yeah.
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 Okay, but like in the Risen split, we got so fucked by the Kite and Comp rule because we hadn't
Yo.
lost a series. We hadn't lost a series in the regular season at all. We were like the only series that we lost was because we joined the season late and got an FF lose. So then we're going into playoffs as like probably the second strongest team, and then we face Dynasty. I don't even remember. It was basically what Dynasty Obsidian is now, and we just get fisted because they went 0-4. They lost all their games, and then they were the 8th seed. So we had to face them first round.
No.
They were the
Dude,
most
yeah,
like
'cause-
fake 8th seed of all time, and we just got
Yeah,
clapped.
actually. I mean,
That's
Jesus.
Dude, that's
That's
weird to be
rough.
comp ruled and still in playoffs.
Dude, that team just gets the most fake ratings of all time because they were the second seed in this group, or in the second group of Titan, and then the 8th seed in that. Like yeah, they're oh my god, tilted.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to bring here on the screen real quick the how it's looking like for playoffs. Hopefully I can do this properly. Nope, that's wrong one. This one. Okay. So I'm gonna bring here on the screen the playoffs so we can talk just a little bit what you guys are
I
thinking.
think the bottom bracket's missing.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that in a second. If I can fix this.
Um,
Here you go.
Perfect.
We need Nex's take on these because he has no idea who any of these teams are.
Yeah, no clue at all. So new to the league.
All right. So let me try to bring this up here. Okay. So I'm gonna go from top to bottom, real quick. So the first team is first match is Conduit Fever against Cape Dogs. So basically, let me just bring the roster real quick. On Fever, we have Stubby, top, Newt jungle, Chinese Spy, mid, Kiora, who was in the chat, 80 carry, and Eepsy as support. And Cape Dogs, we actually watched them on the 3-2. Tigsy top, Days 21 jungle, Cryosthesia mid, Sellout 80C, and Serious for Y. I mean, I'm with you guys. I don't know many of these players. This is my first split looking at these guys. Actually, I saw Cryo playing last split of Titans, but he was jungle at the time. But basically, everything that I know from these guys is pretty much what we saw here on the podcast. So this is the matchup. Um, I'll give you my perspective. I think it's going to be a really tight series. I mean, not really, really tight, but I think it's going to be like a 3-1 in favor of Fever. I think,
I agree.
yeah, I think they're just like a better team overall. They're pretty solid in every single lane. And Cape Dogs, they are really dependent on the jungle and the mid duo, Cryosthesia and Days. They really depend on these guys. If they can get like leads early, that's their win con. If not, it's gonna look really rough on them. So it's either 3-1 or 3-0 in the worst case scenario.
I think it's 3-1. I think Cape Dogs can take a game, but I think that like CDU's main carry player is Syresthesia, and Spy is just gonna like Spy is best when he's neutralizing a carry player, and that's exactly what he's gonna be doing. He's gonna be playing like that Ari or like that Lissandra and just like not interacting.
Exactly. He's gonna take a control mage, just take it easy, get his CS lead, and just skill up and just start the game.
I mean, can I talk my
Yeah.
shit for a second here?
Sure.
Yeah, go.
You have your you have your
Dude.
time.
Listen, am I a little biased because Conduit are my boys? Absolutely, I am. I'm gonna say that up front. I think Cape Dogs is the biggest fraud team on this list right now. What, dude? Like, have you seen the groups that they played through to get here? Oh my god! Like, what? This is crazy.
Yeah,
I think
I mean I
Fever 3-0's
agree.
this, and like I think it might look close, but I don't think it actually is. Fever isn't the best early game team. They play off of like having just naturally better players in most of their roles and having like some of the best macro in the league, probably the best macro in the league. So I think you're gonna see like 6 kills to 0 comeback 3 games in a row, and I think Fever is just gonna like do very well.
I think it's 3-1. I think they can take a game. I believe. But I don't think it's gonna be close. I think the one game that they take is gonna be very, very, very close. So it's like
I feel like CDU is like the TSA that didn't make playoffs. Like they're here and they're
Ooh.
ready to play their games, but their drafts are really inconsistent, and the only way they win games is through jungle mid, because the rest of their players are like role players. I don't see anyone else stepping up to, make the difference for them to win this series.
To be fair, I was just gonna add one last thing. I think things have put on a very good performance based on what we saw for the first 6 weeks. So I'll give Ziggy the benefit of the doubt that he can perform against Tubby. It's not gonna be easy, and the
yeah.
chances of getting clapped is really hard because the guy is good. So, but I give him the benefit of the doubt that he's gonna put up on a good fight.
I don't see it. I really don't see it. Stubby is really good with counter picks, and he knows how to blind based on his opponent's skill. So after like game one happens, I don't see him messing up his matchup in a way that'll let Tigsy do anything.
Sounds good.
I
Next,
agree.
anything to add into this lovely conversation?
I don't know either team. Don't know either
Next,
team.
which name do you like more?
Yeah, exactly. Just throw something for us.
If I gotta go off names, I like Conduit Esports Fever.
Nice. We'll take it. We'll
Okay.
take it.
Yipsy has a fatter ass, if that means anything. Actually certifiable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Yipsy because that Nautilus hook still gives me fucking nightmares. We should have won. I'm crying.
All right. Now the next one, I'm gonna try to give like an unbiased opinion. It's Optaza versus us, Eclipsing Ties, right? Again, I think it's gonna be a close match, but I think it's still gonna be like a 3-1 at max. I don't think it's gonna be like a 3-2 close series or anything like that. And all obviously in favor of us. Because I think if we go, I think X and the
I'm
jungle.
biased. Oops.
X and our jungle, I think they make a stronger duo than Optaza, although Kohi is doing like great in the past couple weeks. From my perspective, I like Optaza bot lane. I think they could be stronger if they play through bot with Kohi there, and mid it's like it's gonna be a bloodbath. Like Firefly likes to fight. I like to fight depending on what I pick, so it could go either way. So, but I still think as a team we are more consistent. But again, the games that we've played they are not the good games to play because we played TDK and TPO twice and then no Flame to them. Like, obviously we only played Dorado once, which is one of the top teams. So it's always like also like on us to actually put on a good performance. But I think we can because we're preparing for that, right? We've been 2 weeks on scrims, and we've just been playing on ZGG, the other league that we had, and that's pretty much it. So I think we're gonna start like showing people like who it is. It really is. Unbiased opinion, okay, guys? Unbiased.
I think it'll be good. I think you guys have had a pretty easy strength of schedule, but I think you guys are still a good team. So
Right.
I expect the 3-1.
Yeah, you guys are kind of like the for the football reference here. You guys are kind of like the Georgia of league right now. Like Georgia has a really easy strength of schedule, but I think that doesn't take away from how good they are.
Agree.
I think you guys are a very hard team to rate, though. I think like a lot of people either have you criminally underrated or criminally overrated.
Yeah. I think this is gonna be like the first time that we really see, besides that Dorado series, like how you guys play in the
Yeah, it was such a
like
bad
a
series from
good
us.
team.
No one showed up to fight that day.
But yeah, tell me, Glada, what are your thoughts? What's gonna be? Tell
I
me
have
the
you guys
score.
3-1.
Okay,
I have you guys 3-1.
nice. Do we have any
I
of the
see.
Zaz fans in the chat? I don't know if any of them are here. I don't know if I saw Kobe earlier.
Yeah, I'm just saying I will
What the
redo your
chat?
logo if you
What
pay
the
me off
chat
as a.
thinks? Dark,
We-
you're
we-
fired.
We just watched Optaza play though, and like they don't have teamwork. Like, if you guys just stay consistent, right?
And I think that's one of ET's biggest strengths. I think you guys are a pretty coordinated team.
Just let
Yeah.
Spy Kid play Nunu Man. I'm just
If
saying.
that's the case, I'll throw my vote in now as a 3-0. Like just sweep them. They have no consistency.
Well, I think that's like Spy Kid's greatest strength is how consistent he is. Like that guy will like he won't win you a game, but he won't lose you a game either. And I think Kohi will struggle against that.
I good to hear. I mean, I still like the Aldaza guys because they're pretty much the same team as last split. Minor some little changes, especially with Bali ranking out.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too many rosters that are basically copy and pasted from last split.
True. Now to the interesting side of the house.
Yeah, can we talk about how much of a nightmare bracket this is?
Yeah, to the
Yeah.
interesting side of the house.
What? Like I just don't understand how these teams got chosen in this order. Like
Yeah, I don't agree with this either.
Like the fact that can I respectfully, of course, the fact that you guys got off with off to Za as the team you're facing is pretty
Is
criminal to me.
nuts. It's so
I
crazy
feel like
that
Optiza
Sprouts
is supposed
picked
to be
us.
who first seed is
I
facing.
asked like, yo, give us the Dorado matchup again, and then I think it was Dealey or I don't remember Ross. They like or Splitbread like denied. I want them. I'm like, bro.
Damn.
Oh, it's so crazy.
See, I don't know. So I think I agree with Fever's pick, and then I don't know if Sprouts just thinks that they have like the inherent edge, but I personally would not have ever chosen Syndicate in Sprouts' position. And then is there like a grudge match, Dynasty versus Dorado? Is that like a is
I
something?
don't
I
know.
no idea. To be honest.
Is there like a personal vendetta there? Because what the hell?
Yeah,
Why?
that's nuts. Like, how was Optazad the last picked team? That's so
Right,
crazy
right.
to me.
Dude, I thought we got like arguably the worst playoff team. We're second worst. So I was like, all right, I'll fuck with
Yeah,
this.
I mean,
Because it
Oh,
gives us time
Crazy.
to cook and get ready for
Dude.
like playing a best of 5 series again.
I was so
Yeah.
like ready for the ET Syndicate rematch. Like, I just needed it.
look at what Genetic said on the chat. He said CCI beat Outrage in the bow finals, so he got a revenge. Looks like there's a
Ooh.
revenge arc going on here.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I would subject my Titan run to a revenge arc, but I mean, hey, what do I know? I've never been in BOL finals. What do I know?
All right, what do we think about Dino Sai though? I think it's still looking a little rough.
I think it's a 3-2 for Dino, to be honest.
3-2? You think it's a
3-2.
3-2?
I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah,
I think it's a 3-1 at max.
Nah.
I feel like these last two matches are going to be the closest ones looking at next week.
I think, like a hot take. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Efron because I love Efron, but I think that if Cody's didn't play, like their mid laner reboot van, if he didn't play the first two games, I honestly think that they might lose that series. Because like Induced, the first game that he played looked like a liability. And then like Cody's played so well his first two games, and Cody's is not like hot like Leak. I don't know. He's not playing on Monday because he can't play during the week.
Oh,
So so
I
when
feel like
Deuce is playing, it's like 3-1.
I feel like we've seen this Penelope versus induced matchup a few times, and I feel like Penelope has just like done illegal things to him every single time.
Illegal.
Actually censored by stream, but like
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude.
I think it's 3-1 max. But I have the hope for Efron. Like I hope he wins. That's my dog.
I know Dino's good. I don't have a great gauge for how strong like Dorado is because when we faced them, like all 5 of us like underperformed. So I actually don't really know whether I would say this is a 3-1 or a 3-2.
Dino is so good at like team fighting if they have their full
Yeah.
roster.
I think
So
the
other thing that we have to
you-
note is that Dino isn't playing Outrage. If I remember correctly, they're playing Feathers because Outrage can't play.
Oh yeah, there's
But he
that.
might make
I
the
did hear
time to play
that.
for Psy.
really?
Yeah, I think Outrage
Hmm.
might play for Psy, but not the rest of the split. So it's like,
Well,
So
I don't know Feathers so much, but it definitely impacts a little bit from what Outrage has shown so far.
yeah. Alawi bans 3 games in a row or what?
I'm just saying, Feathers is a chronic R5 Orner, like kind of a little bit of a fraud.
Yeah, I
Hot
think
take.
Orin is not an R5.
Feathers is a I think Feathers is good. I think Feathers is a hyper stable laner until you give him his picks. Like I think Feathers is probably the best Urgot in gold, and I think Feathers is like Feathers on Alawi might actually be the best top laner in gold. Like unironically.
I don't know.
Off of Alawi.
I've played a lot of games against Feathers, and I don't know. It feels like if you ban Urgot, you can leave as Alawi. I don't know. Like leave as Alawi, just ban Urgot. Like he'll pick
Yeah,
Orn. He
I'd
won't
rather
pick that
ban
Urgot.
Urgot
I'm
than
just saying, he'll
Alawi.
R5 Orn. Like
So
I think 6 out of the 7 games that we've played into to Feathers, it's been R5 Orn.
I think Dynasty is much better with Outrage. I think that's also who they've played a lot more with. I think they haven't had a lot of games with Feathers either like in scrims or on stage.
Oh yeah, like
think that-
Outrage, Rivered, and Splitbreed are like the dynamic like trio. They play in
Oh, yeah.
they play in so
Oh, I
many
know.
teams together.
Right. I think the way to play this is like is that you have to match Splitbreed early. You have to just like fuck your camps. Like I'm just gonna sit mid and wait for him to come because he's going to come. And then you just have to pray that you have better mechanics than Splitbreed that day. And then they're beatable. Like Coalition took them to a very, very close game too. The problem with saying that is they also had game 1 against Coalition, which was not so close. If Codis isn't playing, I have Dino 3-0.
Yeah,
ooh,
Cody's
spicy.
I believe is not playing, from my information.
If he's
3-0
playing,
is kinda
I'll
hot,
give
though. Like
no. I think
I don't think 3-0 is hot. I think it's 3-1.
I-
Like I think saying 3-1 is a little hot. I think it might be a
I-
3-0.
okay,
I
okay.
think that
Interesting.
Splitbreed's champion pool is the perfect counter into Flower Powers. I think like Splitbreed is like a Mordekaiser, Trundle, like aficionado, and like if you're a tank only player, like I would assume you were if you played 4 games of Sejuani, then not looking good.
Now to the actually, I think this is gonna be one of the most. This should be the closest. I mean, I'm voting Dino 3-2, but I think the closest actual match is Sprout and Syndicate. I think both of you guys have a very similar team, like the way is structured. Uh, it's like the jungle mid duo, even bot lane, and I guess top lane is gonna depend on whatever you guys play. You don't have to like spill the beans here, but depending on whoever you
Yeah,
have
spill the
top,
beans.
You want the beans? I can spill the beans. I don't
know.
care.
They're gonna blind
It's gonna be
every
the same
game, even if it doesn't work.
same team we played this week
Okay.
is going to be
Okay.
playing next week. James is on vacation, our top laner. So.
That's why.
Yeah.
Well, I still think
Ooh.
it's still pretty leveled.
Okay, can I talk my shit for a minute
Sure,
though?
sure. Have the
I
floor.
think
Have the
okay,
floor.
this is gonna be such a hot take because I've talked about it with Efron and Hedge before, but I think Dilly is overrated. I'm not gonna cap. I think that guy is good at surrounding himself with good players. Just
That's
saying.
a skill.
His team
That is
fighting
a
is
skill.
good. His team fighting's good, but his laning is well questionable. I think he gets carried by Arrow a little bit, which me too. But I think Nax pockets Arrow, so
I don't deny that. I think it's pretty much the same thing I was gonna say. I think, and that's the reason why I think Sprouts it's a little below than the other guy, the other two teams, just because I feel like Kiora and Revert are better. Not saying Dilly is bad or anything, but I think like on their bot lane duo, Aero is the big like the force in the bot lane.
I agree.
The other thing is Guster, he moves the map a lot, especially with Kobita, so they will impact the bot lane also if they have the chance.
Yeah.
And they play well as a team. So
I
think,
agree.
but I still think like it's gonna be very even. It's gonna depend like how well Chris is gonna do on your team as well because you guys also have a good. Well, I was thinking about Chef mid. I don't know how Sprout's gonna look. Sorry, I forgot. How do you say his name?
Kobita?
No. For you guys, your guys mid laner.
Oh, Marco,
Marco,
Relevi.
okay. For Marco, I don't know. I didn't see much. I saw a lot of him try to do the 1v1s for this series. So it's just a question mark. But for me, the biggest question mark on Sprout side is their top side.
I agree.
Iko is like a big question mark for both good and bad. He could be
He's
a
a flipper.
strength.
He is a flipper.
He could be
Yeah.
a strength. He could be a
It's either a
weakness.
healing potion or straight
Exactly.
poison.
No, like that guy.
So it's
The thing
That
is
guy is
that Glad you
Go
go.
ahead. Go ahead. You got it. All you, man. It's your series.
Nah, so like I think that Curry putting him top, he's just gonna neutralize Yika because Yika has 2 picks that he's really good on. He's really good on Set and he's really good on Kled, and then he has Mordekaiser as like a backup, right? So if you just get rid of those 2, because the other you can't ban out Kobita because he doesn't play mid, right? He plays like
Oh,
whatever he needs
he's
to
not
play.
gonna play a mid laner. Trust me, he's not bringing a mid
Like you
laner.
can't
A
ban out
conventional one.
Kobita. You can't ban out Dilly because he plays everything. You can't ban out Arrow because he plays everything. So you just send 2 bans top lane towards Zika, force him onto a character that he's not comfortable on, and then neutralize him so that he's out of his comfort zone because he doesn't know how to play when he's behind. I'm just saying, I think we
Yeah.
should have won that game 3, but Cody was allergic to dodging a hook, so
Oof.
that Thresh was a little tough.
Toxic. No, I want Syndicate to win.
I think it's
Strictly
Syndicate
because
3-1.
it just makes me look better. That's not I don't know unironically. I think this is the hardest one for me to predict. I think.
It is.
I don't know. I think it's up to the bot lane. I think if you two can suppress the arrow machine, I think it's fine. I think then it's more of a 50-50.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
We will see. We will see.
I still think a lot it's gonna be based on the junglers for these series, like who's gonna impact the map the better way, and also in how you're gonna do that. It's gonna be like really really important because
You know,
both are great junglers, and they both play a lot over on the map, making plays, and whoever gets the first part done, like whoever does the first, I think is gonna take like a huge leap to victory. So I really would like to watch those games. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun.
to
Yeah, I
follow
think-
up, I think whoever gets the most kills wins the game. I don't
True.
know if anyone has any takes against that, but that's my thoughts.
I think whoever kills the other person's nexus is gonna win this game. First.
I don't know about that.
Honestly,
Whoever's
kind of a hot
stronger
take. Kind
in
of a
the
hot
middle
take.
of the Nexus exploding.
I think
Hey.
whichever top laner solo kills the other one first, we just FF on. So
I think you guys just actually send a ARAM. Like both top laners load in ARAM 1v1. That's the series.
yeah, I agree. I think that's fine.
All right. I've been asking this since last week to our guests, so I'm gonna do the same with you guys. Tell me what's your finals predictions. What do you think is gonna happen? You don't need to tell me who's gonna win and everything, but just who's gonna be on that finals. So X, I'll start with you. Tell me which, because you weren't here last week.
Oh my god. Well, obviously, I want to make it into finals again, so I would hope ET makes it there. I think we do have a bit of the easier side of the bracket.
You think?
I
You
don't know.
you think, dog? Like,
Okay, we easily get to the next part, right? Because we're against Optiza, but chances are we're facing Fever. But I don't know who's stronger between, like, facing, Dino, Syndicate, Purple Sprouts. I feel like top 4 is relatively close in skill. So we get off with an easy matchup at the start. So if we're facing anyone from other bracket, I'm kind of thinking it's going to be Dino or Purple Sprouts, even though I'd love to have a rematch for Syndicate at the end of the split. That'd be like my preferred thing to do.
that would be
'cause
peak.
Right before we started the split, we start off with a scrim against Syndicate.
Just a
True.
reminder, I was not there.
That is true, you weren't there.
So
I'm just gonna throw that right there. I was not there. I don't remember what I was doing, but I wasn't there. Tell me, Hab, what's your finals looking like?
I think it's gonna be. So I think it's gonna be Fever and ET in semis, right? I think it's gonna be close. I don't know how to rate your guys' skill, so I think Fever is really good. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say Fever 3-2.
Fever's my top one
But
right now, so
I think you guys can beat Fever, but I think like it's on your hands. I think it's Fever is going in as the like safer team to bet on. But I think if we beat Sprouts, we're gonna be facing Dino because CII's gonna get cleared. So like, and if it goes Dino Sprouts, then Dino clears too, because like they almost beat Sprouts with 3 subs. So it's like, what are they gonna do with main roster? Like 3 of them? I don't know. So I think it's either us or Dino in the finals.
Respectable. Any comments next? Anything you want to throw up there? Just for the content.
Yeah, I don't like losing, so I think it's going to be us versus Fever final, and then I think Hep will end up choking, and I'll have to carry him, so it'll be really hard, and we'll pull it out 3-2.
Don't let Hep play Sivert. That's my take.
True.
What about you, Glada? What are you thinking?
So I currently have Fever to win it all. So I'll put that out there. If what has been said about Outrage is true, in that this is his last week, then I think whoever wins the Sprout Syndicate matchup will be the other side of finals, because I think either one of those will beat a Dino without Outrage. So I think it'll be Fever versus the winner of Sprout Syndicate.
Nice.
I get with that prediction.
That's a
I think that's a
nuanced
valid
take I
ass
didn't think about.
I will
prediction.
throw my prediction as a single sentence here. ET versus Syndicate finals. Let's go.
True. Hey, it's
Dude,
on us to
podcast
make it
stuff.
happen. We have the harder
Exactly.
bracket. Like goddamn.
But I know it's out there. You guys from the chat can clip it if you want, and then just flame me on the DL general later. But
Yeah, I'm trying to get our views up by telling people to flame him. It's a genius
hey,
marketing
is
strategy.
that thing? If you want to talk about us, talk bad, talk good, you just talk about us, whatever it is.
I do want to say that I think Dino is being criminally underrated. Watching your guys' podcast last week and nobody had Dino at all in the finals, I was like,
That's weird.
what?
I don't.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. Cause Dino, if they have all 5 people, like, fuck it, put whatever mid lane you want in mid lane. It does not matter. Their base
Mhm.
4, Trux is a little bit of a fraud, but that's whatever. Their base 3, Rivered, Splitbreed, Outrage. You put them on any team, they're going to finals. Like, it's so disgusting.
Oh, Split Breed. I've been watching these guys. Like, I've seen like Split Breed doing like fucking crazy. The only thing with Dido, to me, like obviously I don't know Penelope, right? And she only played like two series, so 4 games. So I can really rate, and that's what I said on my tier list. Like I can really rate her because I only have like a low amount of samples. So I'm like, okay, how will she fit? I would need to see this, this series against Dorado to say, okay, she's gonna be an S tier player or she's gonna be like that A tier that I already think she is. I'm pretty sure everybody rates her really high, and she's probably pretty damn good. I'm sorry, Glada, but she destroyed the Shadow Shrouds on that matchup.
Game 1 she did.
Yeah.
Believe me. Hey, I was
But,
the first person to tell him. Actually, I was the second person to tell him. The first person to tell him was our coach.
Dude,
Like,
you had that 8-minute coach session in between
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, no,
You're just like BRB, X player is going P, and your coach is just laying into you.
yeah. But I also will say that the second game was
It was
incredibly close.
yeah, it was really close. So that's why I'm
And-
like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about what to tell about her, but I think. So I need to see. I just need to see her because.
Yeah.
That's.
I
pretty much
thought
it.
you had her pretty accurately rated in your mid lane tier list.
Thank you.
If that helps at all.
But yeah,
I agreed with your mid lane tier
list.
list for the most part. There were a few notable exceptions though.
Yes, obviously everybody's. You guys
Yeah,
don't have
if
to
you're
agree with
gonna
me.
flame Cam, do it on
Yeah.
our YouTube so we can get our comments up, okay?
Got it. We'll do. I'll get on that right now. No, just kidding.
I'm just excited about the Sprouts Syndicate rematch. To be
Oh.
honest, I'm kind of glad that they picked us, given that I pay infinite amounts of money to Sems to let me be put on the top side of the bracket. But like, I'm excited for the Sprouts Syndicate rematch because I think our bot lane is significantly better than it was in that series, and I think that's where like the main issue was.
Yeah, I hope that the Sprouts Syndicate series is being streamed so that after Fever 45 minutes wins against CDU, like 45 minutes for all 3 games, I would love to
No,
to
actually,
come
it's
watch.
Fever versus Cape Dogs on Titans.
Boo! Oh my god. Well,
It's okay. We'll get
Oh,
Tilted Pizza to stream it. It's okay.
why did they do that?
Because
That's
doesn't
the
Genetics
least
stream all the
interesting
CEC games or
matchup.
yeah.
Conduit
So
games?
if they streamed Sprouts versus Syndicate, Conduit would have streamed the Fever game, and then we could have had 2 series to watch.
True.
I also
It's
think
okay. I'll get
out
somebody
of
to
the
stream our
4
match.
matchups, the one I want to see the least is Fever and Cape Dogs.
Yeah, I don't really have an interest in watching the slaughter that is gonna be.
Damn.
Sorry.
It just makes me sad when I watch people get rolled over. I want to see close
Yeah.
Yeah.
games.
I think we're
Sorry
gonna
to any
see
CU
Dino
fans in the
and
chat. But
CEF just roll over their matchups. I think if any
I'm
matches
just
get
excited
streamed,
to
it's like
watch.
ET off the ZA and us and
I mean, we'll
Sprouts.
definitely stream, but it's probably gonna be like my POV or Axis POV because we don't have that fixed yet. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be like on a delay with just you guys watching us talk.
Get Arcs to cast it. Is he around?
Oh yeah, get
No,
Arcs.
see, the problem is we don't have an observer.
No, but he was doing both, I think. I don't know what he was doing. I think he just put on
Oh.
the like directed whatever automatic. But
Oh.
I'll reach out
We
to
can
him.
see what we
That's
can
beginning
do,
good.
but no
Yeah.
promises.
Listen, if anybody wants to cast our game, like go ahead. I'm down. I'll get you in the lobby.
ooh,
Hit me
that
up.
might
Hit
be
me
an
up.
offer I could take you up on.
I'd love to get Glada and Pizza on a stream. That would be a dynamic duo.
Oh my god. Let's make it happen.
Alright, so we covered everything. Actually, it was pretty good. It was just like 2 hours, so it wasn't that bad. I don't want to take you guys too much because it's already 10:20. So I just want to appreciate everybody on the chat, everybody here on the stream. You know, glad to see X back, Nax, Hap, and Glada. Awesome stream, awesome stuff. So I just want to wish you guys a good weekend and good luck going to Monday on the quarters. And if you guys have anything to say, you know, feel free. You guys have the floor or the camera to do it.
I can't wait to be back on the stream for the ET versus Sin finals podcast.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that is hot. Hey, I hope Syndicate clears.
True.
I want 3-0s all the way to
Dude, that'll
championship.
be a really interesting final because if that happens, it means both of us like beat top 4 teams.
True.
And that makes me look better if Syndicate makes it to finals.
Yeah, like
Lost
if
to
we
the
make it
eventual
to
finalist.
if we make it to finals, like you're instantly third place team, right?
Right.
So
I
it's
would
like-
agree. Well, because since that would mean that we would also beat Sprouts, of course. I mean, I see
Which
no
is like that's
possible
a
way that
given,
could-
right? Because Sprouts is the most overrated team in the league. Like, so
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I love those Sprouts guys. Eka, personal favorite, big fan, badass.
yeah, I like them all. I'm glad they picked us because it's gonna give us a fun match.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still criminal that they did pick you guys though. I don't know what that is. That's crazy.
I thought it was really lucky on our part that we're 4th seed and then we got the 12th place team.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks again, guys. I'm gonna figure out who I can send everybody, rate somebody or something. But thanks everybody who joined. I hope you guys have all a good weekend, and
Yeah.
I'll
And
see
we'll
you
see
next
on
week.
the other side of the tide.
Oh yeah, other side of the ties. Good stuff.
Hey, good luck in your series, guys. For
Thanks,
real.
you too.
Thanks. See ya.
Oh.
Oh.